It's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little me. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little me. Hey, look, I'm Lucas Brown. Fuck you, little me.
Oh man, I had something for the beginning of the show and then I lost it. Anyway, welcome to Snark Tank. Welcome to Snark Tank Podcast. It's me, Chris. It's him, Derek. It's him,
Helios.
Yeah, from the fucking surface of the sun. That intro for the last episode was perfect, by the way. That was the power of the sun. It's good. Caught me off guard.
Square and sweet face.
I was like, should I use the old intro? I was like, no, I'm just going to put that thing and get right into the podcast. That was fun.
It was good. It was good. Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast, the show that I think we think sometimes has a purpose and has a roadmap or some kind of schedule or some kind of planning, but it really doesn't. We really have no idea what we're going to do at any given moment. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Go on over to patreon.com/snarktank. Give us your fucking money. I don't care if it makes you homeless. It's just part of the. In order to really be part of this community, you have to be destitute, downtrodden, and without home, without shelter.
Agreed.
So, if anything, just makes you a real fan. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do you mean you guess?
I mean,
do you know anybody who listens to our show that lives anywhere?
No. In fact, I don't.
Exactly.
And if they have someone live, I take it from them.
Every single person that we've ever met who's listened to the show they've always approached us in a cardboard box.
They've approached us. They've always approached us in a cardboard box.
Yeah. Like a turtle in its shell. You know? But I don't know, man. What do we got today? There's some quick things that I felt were worthy of getting into, but we're gonna focus on questions. We got a lot of questions over on Patreon. It's actually making me upset how many there are. The question thread's been up for 6 days. There's 177 questions. I'm gonna have to start being really judicious with this. I'm gonna have to start being a bit of a prejudiced asshole, and there's probably gonna be questions here that are written fairly well that I'm not going to be able to use because there's simply too many.
I think we just got the shotgun. I think on both sides we have, because we keep doing this thing where we'll spend 15, 20 minutes on one question. Like, oh shit.
that is true.
Because some of the questions are so good, like they just lead to such good conversations.
It leads to like crazy shit, but also. These homeless people are, they're giving us
better
questions. The last
ask superior
pennies.
Questions.
Well, I would say
if they're homeless. I don't care. I don't feel bad for people that don't have.
I would say.
Get
okay,
home.
You're right, Derek. It's both of our faults. I would say it's a 90%, 10% split. It's 90% their fault. 10% us.
10% split of blame.
90, 10%.
Sure.
All right. Well, let's just move into the stuff that is topical, so we can get right into questions.
Okay, for sure.
I was told before the show that Katt Williams had a meltdown, but I feel like that's not accurate.
It's not really a
not
meltdown.
Accurate,
I misworded it. Katt Williams went on Shannon Sharp's podcast. Shannon Sharp, famous, the progenitor of what is called the modern tight end. For people that don't know sports, he's literally a Hall of Famer. He changed football pretty excessively by himself based on the way he played.
He's the GOAT of tight ends.
What do you mean?
For sure.
What do you mean? How did he change
originally
football?
In football, there was the only person that would really run down the field, that would really like zoom down the field, were wide receivers back in the day. What happened is Shannon Sharp, being a large, extraordinarily fast black man, he made it so tight ends are trained to be able to run pretty well as well. That's what I played when I was in football. I was a tight end because I was not small enough to be a wide receiver, but I was quick enough to be able to run at least. So he changed the way football was played genuinely. Like he's a Hall of Famer. He's a great.
Yeah. He had an advantage though, because his nose is about as big as his entire face.
That's
and he can take in so much oxygen more than anybody else that nobody could keep up with his pace. And then he played in Denver for a while, to where, of the high altitude, so no one was outpacing him. You would
breathing.
Breathe, and you would take out all of the air in the stadium. and then just
he would
like
breathe, and everybody'd have to put the domes on like in SpongeBob, or else he would take all the air from everybody.
Dang, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of I never heard of this guy. I never heard of this guy before. Literally, maybe 30 seconds ago when you mentioned that.
That's
so.
insane. But you don't watch sports.
It's not insane
Yeah.
when it comes to him.
Yeah, why would I? Why would I know? Why would
I totally
why would I have
I don't
any?
know. I don't know. These are like such. I don't know. It's because I can't believe someone has lived their whole life in America and just don't know these things. But also, granted, I was around sports growing up, so
Right,
I knew this.
Chris, you've heard of Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I expect him to hear that name, not Shannon Sharp, like because Shannon Sharp, obviously, if you watch American football, you know who he is.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
he's also granted he is before our time of watching football. Exactly. Maybe
before my
Derek.
time.
Maybe
No,
Derek.
I definitely
I wasn't watching Shannon Sharp. I just knew of him because of the.
Is he like the Three Stooges of football, where like like
No.
only like 70-year-olds really have
he's not
experience
that,
with him?
No.
He just
he's our
retired. He
parents'
retired like a
generation.
decade ago or something. Like he's not that.
Oh, he's old for a football player.
Yeah, he's been retired
Okay.
for a while now, but it's
So he's like
also
17.
He's like 17, maybe 22. At latest, a 22-year-old.
Dude, it's so funny when you think about like the pioneers of these sports who like they got all like the first people to play these sports really got all of the damage and none of the money.
Yeah.
Like the first people like playing like let's play football without helmets.
Is football older than rugby?
Well, rugby isn't rugby just football without
No.
well, it's
similar,
a little
but
different,
different.
but it's definitely better. And what I mean by that, as far as like health wise and just everything in general, because and to be fair to the old American football, it wasn't as dangerous because when they started to figure out how to properly protect people, they felt invincible. That was kind of the double-edged sword. So when you really felt protected, these motherfuckers will spear you in a way that you would never do if you didn't have a helmet or shoulder pads or fucking knee pads. And all like I felt fucking amazing when I played football, and except for, clashing helmet to helmet, that was
That shit
you
hurts.
lost like
That
1,000
shit
brain
fucking
cells.
Hurts. It hurts
Dude,
the fuck
you
out
get,
of
like,
your neck
white
too, bro.
flashes. Yeah, I'm so shocked that I never got a concussion. I'm grateful for that. I never got a concussion playing, but
Didn't you play defense? So you never got a concussion?
so I played defense. I played defensive line, which all
How
I had to
the
do was really because
Derek, you were
the
playing
hardest-
defensive.
No,
Who
on the
were you
D-line.
around?
On the D line, the hardest times I ever had to crack anybody, because my job was to deal with either the quarterback who's stationary for the most part, or the running back that's barely getting steam, or I'm just dealing with the fat fucking offensive lineman. So I didn't have to get like the people who got the worst of it were the D-backs, the defensive backs, and the safeties, because they're sprinting at full speed hitting people. And so really on the D line, you're kind of okay.
This is football, right?
Yeah,
Not rugby.
Yeah, this is
So what's crazy is that defensive line, when I was playing football, right? The defensive line people were my height in high school already. They were huge.
Everybody was bigger than me. Yeah,
They were huge. Defensive line dudes were big as shit. And they were like, I would run away from them because if they hit me, they would hurt me. That's how big they were. The fact that you were playing defensive line you were playing defensive line in California. Granted, there's a lot of Hispanic people here. They don't get very big.
no. See, look. Here's the thing. Everybody cheated in our high schools, maybe in yours too, where they would bring the varsity people into the lower. Yeah, so it was
100%.
still everyone was massive and had beards and shit, and I'm like not there yet, having to face these men, and so it was kind of laughable. But at the same time, my point being that I'm on the line, so full speed isn't a thing.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so I was protected versus fucking running backs getting hit harder than
The safeties would try to eliminate them. Literally,
and
they would get hit, and like they would get hit, and their shoes and shit would come off. And it's like the fact that your shoes came off is insane because they were triple knotted. That is nuts.
So yeah, all the people from when I grew up watching football, like when I was a kid, they're all their brains are scrambled. A few of them off themselves. A few of them off some people. All of them beat their spouses. Like they all have
that's
CTE.
the nature of the beast, bro.
They all have CTE. So
That's
Shannon
nature of
Sharp
the beast, bro.
is smart, and he was so insanely big that people couldn't do that to him. So he made it out unscathed. He does his big ass podcast. He does black entertainment for the most part. He's in the black space. And so he had on a bunch of prominent comedians like the Kings of Comedy.
I mean, space is black, but
yeah, the space is painted black, and he has black
space
people.
Space is black. Space is black. Just to let you know.
Yeah, so he had on like the Kings of Comedy. He had on Cedric the Entertainer. He had on I was gonna say Bernie Mac, but he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
He had on Bernie Mac.
Wait. So this is gonna sound really fucked up.
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer and Bernie Mac get mixed up to me a lot.
Oh, that's
like
that is so disrespectful.
they're the only two people. They're the only two people that I've ever seen in the world where, like, for some reason, I'm completely blind to their individuality.
That is so disrespectful. That's so wildly
I know.
disrespectful.
As someone who likes comedy, that is insane for you to say. Like, as a person that talks so much about comedy, that is an outrageous
we'll put it this
thing to
way.
say.
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way.
Because
George
80s
Carlin,
and 90s comedy was pioneered by that group of people.
George Carlin, Bernie Mac. I'm just as far as like icons. I'm just like,
oh yeah, no. Well, Bernie Mac,
Cedric
Bernie
the Entertainer,
Mac is,
Joe Rogan. As far as like,
I think what I mean
comedy
is,
goes.
Bernie Mac, I know for some. I guess it's Cedric the Entertainer that I just can't put a face to, and he just like
You don't need to.
random people's faces because I mean Cedric's not.
Cedric is exactly what his name is. He's just an entertainer.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have like an actual identity, you know?
Cedric was more important to like pre-Def Jam era of comedy. Like just before when everybody was going into that era of comedy, he was like just before that era, and he was very important then. Because the Kings of Comedy is they're a very important group to like particularly black comedy.
I've seen the Kings of Comedy movie probably like 10 times, maybe more. I love that shit. But I will say, Katt did. Let's go to.
I don't think you have to specify that you loved it after seeing it. I've seen it 10 times and I hate it.
I had to study how much I hated it. That is very true. That was very redundant. Very fucking redundant. But yeah, going to Katt Williams. Katt came on. He had some beef that he wanted to clarify, I guess, because I don't know why. It's probably in Hollywood in general, but for some reason comedians just lie maybe the most, or at least they get called out the most. I'm not sure what it is. But even when it comes to the Kings of Comedy, I guess Cedric the Entertainer, fucking who's the Family Feud guy? I can't remember his name right now.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on, and I guess, and then another dude came on that was not a part of the comedian spec, but he was in the acting industry. He was talking about Friday After Next, Friday After Next, where Katt Williams played a pimp, and I guess all these people were just making shit up, right? Saying things, and Katt came on to clarify, and then he also said a bunch of wild shit while he was there too. So that stuff wasn't really, that was just very milquetoast. He was just exposing that they're lying. Oh, Cedric the Entertainer stole his joke.
Which he did. He actually very much 100% stole that joke. He stole that joke 100%.
It's one of the things that Katt never said anything about it, is particularly because he apologized. Cedric apologized about it, and then Katt was like, "Oh, water under the bridge." But that's, to me, that's just, it's like not exposing these people has been a problem until like Joe Rogan came out and did the thing to Carlos Mencia, and then it was kind of open season. Anyway, though, that wasn't the crazy shit, because I was very like, oh, that's interesting. Then he started saying a bunch of wild shit about his life, and this nigga read like 4,000 nonfiction books when he was like 13 or some shit. He went to some school that people aren't 100% sure about that existed, when he was like, oh, I got accepted to a college when I was a fucking teenager. He ran this is really important. In sports realm, if people don't know, like the combines, when you're testing your shit, like how high can you jump, how fast can you run, the 40. And so he said he got a 440, which is it's indescribably bullshit.
Think of it like this: the person that he's sitting across from Shannon Sharp at his peak was a specimen. Shannon could never get that. Shannon could not get that in his prime. He couldn't. That's why she said that, and Shannon looked at him like
he totally
do you know
immediately
do you know
said
what
some
you're
bullshit.
talking to? Do you know? He's like, do you know what kind of creature you're talking to?
He immediately was like, what do you even? It was interesting watching him drop like stuff that seemed real, and then drop shit that was just so fucking outlandish. We were like, I don't know if I can believe anything he's saying because he keeps coupling it with the dumbest fucking bullshit. And he's I just don't like his. And did you see any of the clips of Elon Musk being on Joe Rogan's podcast? Because the way that he
probably a long time ago, yeah.
The way that he would talk, they talk very similar in the way that they answer questions. It's a
Oh.
What?
Oh, I thought you said like in the way that they enunciate.
Not in the way they enunciate. In the
No,
way that
not at all. Not even.
Yeah, that's not even close. But no, the way that
continue though. I want to hear what you got to say more.
They could have a similar cadence for sure, but
They
like,
could.
They absolutely don't. They absolutely don't.
I don't know. I didn't see the interview. I'm asking why like that's not like that's an impossibility that they would have a similar cadence. That's
Yes,
crazy.
it's pretty outrageous for them to have.
Do you know
a
what
pretty similar
cadence is?
It's
Do you know what
pretty
cadence is?
insane.
Do you know what cadence
Katt Williams
is?
sounds, Chris?
Do you know what cadence is?
Chris, yes. I'm
No,
very
you don't.
aware.
No, you don't. Because
Chris,
you and
do you
I could
know-
have a similar cadence. Me and Stephen Hawking could have a similar cadence.
nice.
Chris, I'm
That's not
aware.
what cadence means.
But do you know who Katt Williams is and Elon Musk are? Like, if you
I
heard
understand
both of
Katt
those
Williams.
humans
I'm
speak-
Katt Williams. I'm short and gay. I get it. I understand that Elon Musk isn't. I'm Elon Musk. I'm tall and retarded. I understand that they don't sound the same with the same voice. But like the thing that struck me about
Tall and
Elon Musk, the thing that struck me about Elon Musk when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast was how fucking slow he spoke.
Yes.
And how like fucking awkward the pauses were. And that's what I was asking. Like whether or not
That's
that
what
was
Katt
there.
does.
Oh wow.
No, Katt Williams talks really fast, and then
No,
he
he only
says
does-
something. He's like, "Well, then I guess we don't know." And
He
then
only
at that
talks fast.
moment, he stops. He rushes through a sentence, and at the end, he slows down what he's saying.
He only talks
doesn't
fast if he's
talk-
on. Like when he's on, like when he's like really on and like, I'm gonna shred you. But when Shannon was interviewing him, it was exactly like Elon Musk. It was actually weird in a way
wouldn't
that
say that,
he'll
but I
ask him a
guess.
very fucking no. You should. Well, I could pull up clips and show you comparisons. They would be ask a question, they would do this long awkward pause, and then answer it in one of the most bizarre ways, not unlike a regular human being. Which made me think: is Katt Williams autistic? Because we're all pretty much like, oh, Elon Musk is clearly on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And the way that Katt behaves, it would explain a fuck ton because he is very socially awkward, actually. Even it's to the point where not like he's, I can't talk to people. He's just awkward when he talks to people. It's to the way that how the fuck do you get into a fight with a 17-year-old at a soccer game? Like kind of a thing.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
feel
right.
like that was a 15-year-old. I feel like it was someone
Either
young.
way, it's a teenager.
It was someone young. Then that
It's a
teenager was
teenager.
bigger
Totally-
than him, dude. That was crazy.
Of course, everyone's bigger than him.
That kid was bigger than him. I was like, God. I remember seeing that video when I was working at Starbucks, and that fucked my whole shift up. I could not keep
Katt
working
Williams
after I
is
saw that.
5'3", like probably 100 pounds. Like everybody's bigger than him.
And you know what made it worse? He could even get out-fought, like out-handsed. He got out-bodied by a kid.
Because
There's no way a kid is out-bodying me. I am
Well, not you.
grabbing that kid by the throat and
It
throwing
says Katt Williams. It says Katt Williams is 5'5", which I don't.
No, he's
believe.
not.
That's
He's
true.
5'3". He's 5'3".
That's not true.
Well,
I
we've
think
seen
he's
him in
smaller
person.
than you, Chris.
He said on the
He
podcast
definitely is.
himself that he's 5'3".
Yeah.
Actually, I listened to the
yeah,
podcast.
literally. Yeah, so yeah, no, there's no way because I remember we saw him in person. We saw him
he's
in person
smaller
at
than Chris.
Buffalo
I was
Wild
like, this
Wings
is
at 3 a.m.
I thought it
At
was a
3
little
a.m.
girl. I thought this is someone's daughter.
He was surrounded by security though, so it's kind of
Yeah, I would be. If I were him, I would
Yeah.
be. Yeah, Katt Williams, the amount of shit that he
It's a good thing he was because literally that night I literally had for some reason like that night I had the urge to kill Katt Williams.
Did he just beat the fuck out of him?
Yeah, I had like I don't know. Then I saw him and I was like, oh my god, my opportunity. But like the security was there, so I couldn't do it.
I want
Really
to beef with him for so. I just
joke.
have the urge.
It's a joke, by the way. I really want to clarify that I'm not threatening to kill Katt Williams. I really want to make that
Yeah,
clear.
just out of nowhere, you just had this sudden urge to kill, and specifically Katt Williams.
Yeah, just never had that feeling before. But that night I had it, and
You were just
so
blighted
happens,
by it. Like, murder.
Yeah. It's like when you haven't climaxed in like 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Where it's like something's
I don't know what.
something's going on.
Yeah,
After the first few weeks, you start feeling like after 3 weeks, I think you're cured almost.
I don't think I've ever
I
gone
feel
that
sick.
long.
After 3
me
weeks, I
neither.
feel like you're cured. Because after a month, I feel like you're back. Like the real you's finally back.
After a month, you're back. I wonder how true that is.
you're like, oh, I remember.
I've never been able to go more than 3 days.
I can definitely go a week easy.
Me, it's probably like a couple days.
Yeah,
is
but you're
normal.
married, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Couple days without busting is okay for me. But then I think on the third day is when I start noticing my body's like, hey, idiot, we need to bust, kind of a thing.
I don't know, man. I can definitely go easily a week. Then after that, I start getting my focus comes back, but then my focus comes back. You know what I mean?
You know what's sad? That's actually...
Kingston, I've never seen you focused. Let's move on.
That's insane. I'm a fucking straight A student most of the time. That's mad. But okay, whatever.
I've never seen you focus.
I've never seen you focus.
I've never seen you
You
focus.
sound like Morgan. You sound more like
liar.
Morgan Freeman during what
This
you call
man-
it.
Even.
Think.
He doesn't sound like that. What
The
do you
times
mean?
where I was wondering
I
when I
never
bust
s-
a nut.
This man can't even spell.
This man is trying to not say the N-word, and he's already said it about 50,000 times.
I said it
You
know
4
what's-
times, bro. I'm in
You're
a good
stupid
space right now.
bitch.
You know what's fucking crazy too?
I'm
It's
proud
like
of
Katt
myself,
Williams.
dude.
Katt Williams is just. Katt Williams is just in Grand Theft Auto 4. I totally forgot
Yeah,
that.
he is.
I totally forgot that when I was.
I don't
when
remember.
was playing.
Who is he?
He's just in it. He's a comedian. He's just, like, you can go to comedy clubs and just watch an entire Katt Williams set.
You're right.
basically.
You're right. I forgot about
It's
that
him.
too.
It's him. Ricky Gervais is there as well.
You're right. Ricky Gervais.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Bill Burr is in that game, but he's not. I don't know if that was before he was doing like proper. I don't know what the fuck, but
He
like
hadn't blown up
he's
yet.
in. He's in
Bill Burr
that
blew up in,
game,
like,
but he.
2010.
That's
Really?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty late.
That's great because I know
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
from the Chappelle Show. He was in the
Yeah,
Chappelle
yeah.
Show, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but you didn't know who he was.
I mean,
He had a
I
very
knew
he
of
had,
him.
guy.
He
I
had
knew of him, yeah.
extremely brief roles, like say, a guys' night out segment and stuff. He was not fucking playing actually, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was in the racial draft, I think, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly,
he was.
right?
He was in
Like,
the racial draft
yeah.
as well. But
he was at the store. Well, fuck him.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's like it's kind of like how you would see like Drake Bell and Josh Peck on the Amanda Show, and they were
Right.
they were there and they were clearly talented, but like they weren't the
That's
main
crazy.
Right.
people,
It's
or
really-
like actually that black guy from I Think You Should Leave is another great example of that, where like I'm seeing him in like everything now, but like you didn't really know who he was at the beginning of that show because it's not he's not the main guy. So I feel like it was one of those things where it's like Bill Burr blew up a little bit after Chappelle Show, I think.
No,
But definitely
100%.
before GTA 4. or after GTA 4,
Yeah.
I mean. But yeah, it's so weird. So strange.
Ricky
But-
Gervais, bro, my favorite comedian ever.
Ricardo Gervais.
Ricky Gervais
Yeah.
is have you all these fucking comedians, Dave Chappelle, all these big ass comedians now are just doing the same blueprint, like make fun of trans people and
You can't
say
say
I
that
got
anymore.
canceled.
You
that's
can't say that
basically it.
anymore,
That's
can
all
ya?
you're doing. Oh, look at me. Oh, I
It's
made
so
a joke about her
obnoxious. It's like-
penis.
it's like-
Oh no, I'm getting canceled.
What?
And I'm like, no, you have $50 million and shut the fuck. It's just not. It's I can't fuck. I'm not even trying to be a hipster, man. I just once they get to a certain point, it's like, oh, let me just do the same thing. I'm just gonna say, I'm getting
It is
canceled because
annoying.
I'm saying what I'm like. No, you're not though. How the fuck?
bothers me
yeah.
How the
what
fuck you
bothers me
getting
so much is
canceled?
that,
You're
like,
so famous and you have
It
so many
annoys
jobs.
me. It annoys me specifically because it's people who are just like these are objectively like these are people who have proven themselves to be funny for such a long time.
100%.
So it's just coming from objectively talented people. So it's like, why? Like I remember that I was really scared that was going to happen to Bill Burr. Because, like, the first half of...
Paper Tiger?
Oh, my God. Paper Tiger was like that, where I was like, I don't know if I...
Rolled my eyes.
And then the second half was really good.
Right.
And then, like, since then, he's actually been doing some really fucking interesting thing. Like, he's been specifically almost avoiding that blueprint, I think, because he sees that it's kind of, like, tacky and kind of, like, the thing that everybody's doing.
I
it's all the better
his wife
for it.
told him, like, you're fucking dumb. Stop.
I think what happened is I think Bill Burr is like, oh no, I'm not just gonna disrespect people. I think that's all it is. I think for him it's just simply I understand being offensive is like you dig through the trash to get to the gem, right? But he's like, there's no point of going for that gem because I'm just gonna sound way shittier than I can probably be funny.
Well,
because every time he's like on an interview or something like that, he's always the person that makes the ignorant person sound really fucking stupid. He always points out how much dumber the person in a room is.
Like when he was on Joe Rogan specifically, like that
was
fucking
hilarious.
It was great.
That's like spank bank for me. That's one of my favorite moments. Like, just
what made it funny is Joe's dumbass is like laughing, and it's like this dude is literally calling you a retard.
He's lighting him up, but
this
like that's all he can do. But that's all he can do. If Joe would have been like "fuck you," it would have been way worse. Like all you can do is laugh that you're getting lit up, which is.
I wish I could remember what did he say? Like we're just gonna sit here with
our
open mouth.
You're wearing a open nose and throat. Like you're so tough with your open nose and throat because like I love that so much.
It is really it's really good.
Dragging on the ground like he just lights him up. He lights him up.
He was like, you were wearing the mask too, Joe. I was at your house while you were wearing the mask. Stop acting like you were. And it's like, dude.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know. It's weird.
Joe,
like
I wanted guys. I don't know. You couldn't have seen this. I every once in a while like say. It's funny. The Majority Report will pop up on my feed only when like Tim Pool or Joe Rogan's being made fun of. The algorithm's got it fine tuned in for some reason, and I was just so confused that Tony Hinchcliffe, he does this thing called Kill Tony, and
of course,
and so he's on Joe Rogan's podcast, Tony Hinchcliffe, and I'm like, Tony, I don't think he's stupid. But he says something so stupid that I'm thinking maybe he's trying to set up Joe. I don't know. He says, man, a bunch of people in like Montreal or in Canada, whatever, around 2021, like just their population started to really decline. Like what could have happened? And I'm like, what do you mean? And so Joe replies with, well, this medical intervention and I was just like, oh no, he just skipped over the obvious thing. And I was just like, is Tony Hinchcliffe a mastermind? And like, I'm going to just make Joe seem like the dumbest fucking person ever and pretend like I don't know that this virus killed millions of people worldwide. And then like Joe's just going to make the connection that it was the vaccines that did it. And I was like, I can't believe I used to listen to this guy. He wasn't
always like that. That's the thing. It's like people do
wasn't.
Just genuinely shit. That's kind of the attitude that bothers me about like just how people look at YouTube, right? Where it's like they look at like the sphere of content that we used to be in, and then they look at it like now. It's like I can't believe I used to listen to those people back in the day. It's like, well, there's a difference there,
right? I guess
you know what I mean. There's a deep difference.
No, you're absolutely
between
right.
what it is currently and what it is now.
To clarify, I know what you mean. I'm just saying. I'm more shocked that like I can't believe this is the same person. That's what I should have said.
For sure. Yeah, it's upsetting. Like, I don't know, man. It is weird to see just because it is getting played out. Like the whole like, oh, you can't say anything. It's like, come on, like, dude. Like
Joe
you can
is
say
the
whatever.
biggest media in the world. Like there is no bigger media than him, and he tries to act like there's some type of. I'm like, how could you when you're number one? You are literally at the top of the food chain, so nobody can fuck with you. Like, and whatever. All I know is that, look, if I get $400 million thrown at my face, maybe I'll turn into a piece of shit like that too. That's all I can say.
Maybe. I do think money does have that power to probably do that.
100, dude. But you get that amount of money, you might start like letting things go, obstructing a little bit of truths here and there, and then all of a sudden you turn into just a complete fucking like, I don't know, man, fucking all these people died. It must have been the thing that's trying to save them. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
I would stop. I wouldn't lie, but I would stop making comments on things that I would once make comments on. I wouldn't like start lying. I would just start avoiding certain subjects.
Hopefully.
You know, like certain subjects. I'd be like,
Dude,
hopefully.
speaking of comedy,
Yeah.
did you guys happen to catch any of the conversation around the Golden Globes and this comedian Joe Coy?
Oh, Joe Coy. Joe Coy's huge, but
Yeah,
isn't that Filipino guy?
yeah.
Yeah, he's the Filipino guy. He
That
hosted.
bald skinhead Filipino?
He
Whoa,
hosted the Golden Globes, and
What happened? I heard
uh,
you like it. What happened?
it just wasn't very good. I think people are
Didn't
over.
Emma Stone call him a dickhead or something like that?
I don't think so.
She was
I
like,
don't
"You rice
know.
paper eating dickhead," and she walked off.
I don't
the
think.
stage.
I don't think she said that. I don't think Emma Stone said
That's
rice
great.
paper.
She'd
eating.
become my
Yo.
favorite actress. She
Dude,
would beat
I would-
Viola Davis immediately for me. I'm like, well, Viola Davis, you're out.
She was
Emma
already my
Stone is the
like
beat.
when I was young. I like wanted to sling some yogurt on her. Then that would reignite that. That would reignite it.
I would want to sling some yogurt on her,
Yeah.
That's such a wild thing
throwing
to say.
dirt, slinging
In
some
that
dirt at
stu-
her.
Yeah, sling some girt. You're trying to sling some girt.
Gert.
Yeah, I want to see.
We used to say Danimals back in the day. Go ahead.
I heard Poor Things was really good. I haven't. I want to see.
Poor
it,
Thing's a good
but-
movie. I saw it. It's very good.
But yeah,
She looks
I don't know.
older.
So,
It's weird because she looks older now. Like you can, for a long time, I didn't notice how much older she looked from like because I remember Zombieland, Emma Stone, like Easy A.
oh
You
yeah.
remember, so like fucking 14 years ago.
I know.
remember that, Emma Stone?
Exactly. It was 14 years ago. And I'm
Yeah.
like, she's really, really attractive. And then she was obviously in what you call it, 12 years of Black, and she was just like, and I was like, she looks the same for the most part. And I realized the movie came out like almost 10 years ago.
12 years of black.
And I'm like, whoa, she does not look exactly young as she used to. That's crazy.
That's
She
like
looks
the
great, but
Netflix
it's like,
version.
damn, dude.
Remember when they were having all these knockoff movies on Netflix, like Atlantic Rim and shit? Do you remember that?
12 Years of Black. It's a knockoff movie.
12 Years of Black,
That's
and it's actually a better
crazy.
movie.
It's yeah, Atlantic Rim was so much better than Pacific Rim. But
Did you guys watch on Netflix for a little bit? They had Titanic 2, and it was pretty much shot exclusively in a fucking high school gym. Did you guys see? Was it not? It was.
are you sure you weren't dreaming? What?
No, Titanic 2. I swear to God. I swear on my life, bro.
Are you talking about the animated movie?
No, not the anime movie. There was a live action Titanic 2, and it was pretty much
I didn't
all
see the
shot
live
in a
action.
school gym, and it was on Netflix. I think in 2000 maybe.
You're fucking making this. This is
There's
the Last
no
of Us
way.
movie
You
again.
must have been dreaming this shit, dude.
It was Titanic 2. I swear to God. I swear to God.
No, you're doing the Last of Us movie again.
Look it
man.
up.
You made
Look it
this
up.
up.
I'm not lying. Why would I lie about this? It was on Netflix.
12 years.
In
I can't get it. 12 Years of
2010.
Black.
It's on Tubi.
12 Years
it
of Black is
says.
so crazy.
Wow! Oh, wow! Oh, things are making sense. Things are clicking.
Tubi. What the fuck is Tubi? That's not real.
You've heard
crazy.
of Tubi, right?
625 weeks of Black.
Titanic 2: The Return of Jack. What the hell?
Oh,
Titanic.
God.
Titanic 2. Watch
Destiny's
it. It's
Voyage.
horrible.
Why is there so many 2023 like fake trailers of this? There's also Titanic 2 trailer 2024. Jack's Back 2023 director's cut.
Dude, fake movie
There's so
trailers are
many of them.
huge. There's a lot. There's a shocking. I'm pretty sure 90% of YouTube is fake movie trailers for movies that either aren't real or people have just pitched into their. Especially now with AI, it's going to become even worse.
I believe it because just typing in Titanic 2 on Google, the entire page is just all fake trailers.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's
Let me see if I can
it's a
find
dire
that
situation
2010
over there.
shit. Okay.
But we should before. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. Joe Coy really. Yeah, he.
oh yeah, Joe Coy.
It just wasn't. It just wasn't very good. I think people are maybe like treating it more nuclear than it was. It really wasn't. It really wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was pretty bad. Like he was getting like really defensive, and he was like, I didn't write all these. He was like getting really defensive, and like there's just like I don't know. There's certain mannerisms that you have to have when hosting a show like that. It's a terrible gig. I don't know why anybody does it, and he just doesn't really have the mannerisms to match it. Like he repeats himself a lot. He's a little bit too improvisational for like what the. I mean, speaking of Ricky Gervais did a fucking amazing job every time he hosted.
He's the
Golden
only
Globes. I was like,
memorable host.
yeah, literally.
Think about hosting any award show. Can you think of anything past that?
No, not really. Actually,
can't.
That-
Ricky
that-
Gervais did that. And he called out a bunch of like obviously people that probably do sketchy shit, and I was like, that's all
love
that's funny about it. Other than that, it was a regular hosting of some midness.
Oh no, I disagree. I actually watched some of the hosting like literally last night because I was watching the Joe Coy thing and I was like, wow, this is bad. And then I remembered that Ricky Gervais hosted and I was like going through like some of the previous ones. It's actually pretty good. Like genuinely like some good jokes there. Like there are digs, but it's like they're sharp, but they're not like evil. You know, they like the last one that he did was fucking crazy because that was when he was like. He talked about Epstein and everybody booed and he was like, I know he's your friend. I don't care.
yeah.
That was a bit crazy. But
I think that was cool, but like, I don't what do you like? I don't know. Like hosting a show in general is so like, I don't care. It's just like, okay, this guy's gonna stand up here, just say who wins awards in rapid succession, so we all get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but that's not the job. The job is to host. So like, you have to have like some monologue. You have to have some jokes. He had some good ones. Like specifically, he's like, I like a drink as much as the next guy, as long as the next guy isn't Mel Gibson, and he brings up fucking this right after his like alcoholism like spree.
Nice.
So it's like I like when people specifically in that industry are brought down a little bit. You know what I mean? There's some light ribbing, some because I mean, dude, they got like such a good. Not that they don't work hard, but I mean, like it's definitely they're not doctors, you know. Yeah. So like they can handle some.
The hardest they got to work is just waking up early in the morning. That's really it. That's the game.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that. It's not that. That's a simplification of it, but they do.
No,
it could be. It could be
your
worse.
Job. Every job that people have, they have to memorize shit because everybody has to memorize shit, or you're gonna get fucking fired. They got to memorize their lines and wake up early. And just be there all day sitting in a fucking.
It isn't quite that simple.
It is actually very
acting is fucking.
I used to be in the industry. It is that simple. It really is,
dude. I know plenty of. I know I'm not an actor myself. I'm not.
Look, they will tell you it's not that simple because they want their job to seem more prestigious. But they're memorizing their lines and hanging out all fucking day. That's essentially what being an actor is. Now there's the Kobe Bryants, there's the LeBron James of actors, right? But then there's everybody else. That's just, they're good at what they do. They're memorizing their scripts. But if you listen to people when they're talking about acting, the most difficult thing is the downtime or waking up really fucking early to get into makeup, into costume or whatever. But like other people behind the scenes are doing the fucking hard work. The PAs are setting everything up. The fucking design, like they're not, it's not that fucking complicated. It really isn't.
I wouldn't say it's complicated. I wouldn't go as far as say complicated. Not the word. No. I would say definitely taxing.
Taxing is good work. Taxing is good work.
Yeah.
It is taxing.
But
I hate getting up early.
It's fucking horrifying.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine being fucking what's his name. Imagine you gotta act like what's his name, fucking the Bundy. Like that shit doesn't feel good for your mind. Like, damn, I gotta really get into the character. This nigga at 8.
Yeah, what Bundy are you talking about?
Dang, I said the N-word. But
well, both.
Okay, we're at 8. We're at
Ted Theodore Al Bundy or something.
Theodore.
Both of them?
Yeah. You gotta combine them together.
The Bundy
Theodore
Bros.
Is such a fucking passive name.
What if an episode of Married with Children, Ted Bundy shows up? Hey, brother.
Marriage,
hey, brother, it's me, a serial killer. It's me, killer. I'm a killer.
Hey, Kelly, come here for a sec.
Before we move on to questions, we got to talk about these journals that are popping up in New York City.
I forgot about the journals.
They're not popping up; they're being discovered. There's a difference.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know anything about the journals, nobody's calling it this, by the way. there are these tunnels, I guess, in New York City. Is it Manhattan proper or just the boroughs at large? Like,
it was Brooklyn where they were found.
It's Brooklyn. It's funny.
Of course, it's Brooklyn.
It's funnier that it's Brooklyn. So there are these tunnels being discovered. These secret tunnels, full of Jews. I guess I don't know what's going on.
Do you know why?
This feels like a South Park episode.
Do you know why?
No.
So I do know why they're there.
I have not looked into this even slightly.
I
just
know
that it
exists. They connect Israel. Like if you go in a tunnel, you can walk to Israel from Brooklyn. There's like a whole tunnel. There's like a little Jewish transport station.
All right, yeah. Let me know because all I know, I'm completely contextless. All I know is that there are Jews in tunnels and they're being discovered.
There's no Jews in tunnels. There are tunnels that lead to Israel from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
because
that's
you gotta go
impossible.
from one Jew place to another Jew place. They have the little Jew magic. They go underground. They cast a Jewish spell, and they end up in Israel.
Do you know how impressive that would be? That they built a tunnel all the way to the Middle East.
I'm like, what?
Fucking under the ocean.
Yeah, under the fucking ocean, dude.
Under the ocean.
That is so
like,
goddamn
what the-
impressive.
All right. So wait, I need to know the context. I need to know
Okay.
anything else about
I
this.
don't even know if it's tunnels in plural. There is a synagogue, and under the synagogue, there was maybe it is multiple tunnels, but under the synagogue, there was all this secret like tunnel to like a bathhouse thing that they were building. They were doing some like shady underground partying stuff down there. And then it's like, hey, you guys can't do this. What the fuck are you doing? So the city proper, when they're like, we got to seal these things up because you guys could literally collapse buildings and shit. You guys can do really horrible things. And because of that, the fucking Hasidic Jews, dude, every time I hear stories about Hasidic Jews, they're terrorizing people. It's crazy. So they fucking start fucking terrorizing the construction workers. They start fucking knocking shit and breaking shit and rioting and stuff because they're mad that their tunnels are going to be sealed. And I was like, this is insane. And all they got were just like, lightly arrested and shit. And I'm like, damn, imagine if that was me, man. Imagine if I was there fucking
look,
shit up in that tunnel.
Look, as a
They
black
would
man,
blunderbuss me, man.
As a black man, I understand the Jewish people have had their short shake, the short shake of things, right? But I really want them to know it could be worse. They could be black and have no history. Like, that's the thing that you have. They have that thing over every other group that's been fucked over throughout history. Their history was not all eliminated.
Look, I don't
wasn't
even
all.
look.
They
I
have
don't
that.
even want to. I don't want to. I don't want to
You can't, bro.
I don't want
That's
to
why
compare
they're.
and contrast. I don't want to compare and contrast. The only thing I can say is,
I'm not saying one struggle is greater than the others.
I'll
But
just say
I'm
modern
saying-
day. Modern day. It is very clear. I will say though, to your point, it is very clear who got quote unquote reparations and who did it.
Exactly.
Who was
There
compensated
you go.
for the horrors versus who weren't. That's all
One
I'll
people
say.
have a whole country, and the other people are still going through some stuff.
The thing that confuses me about
I can't get a house.
me is that they really should have.
I can't get a house, and I
don't know,
have
man.
money.
It confuses me that. I mean, they should have been given Germany, quite frankly.
That would have
Why
been.
would they-
I would have
why
been
would you
so
want-
down with that.
At that time,
Yeah.
why would you have wanted Germany? That's the
That is a
thing.
good
At that
point,
time,
but-
Germany was pissed.
But is the Middle East any better? Like, let's see. So
Yeah,
you
I mean,
have
I don't
demolished
know.
buildings
No, but
versus just desert.
That's Israel's pretty popping, bro.
Well, it's now after fucking.
Now.
It basically was terraformed. It was like desolation.
It's popping all right.
Oh,
It's like California. California wasn't what it is.
popping, all right. Yeah, it's
Popping is a good way to describe.
Israel's
Israel,
fucking. You know
for
what's
sure.
fucked up? Israel is amazing. It's like now, like it's been built. The United States and probably Britain and a lot of other countries pump so much money into it. It is popping.
It is like the Citadel.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Israel's like the
Middle
Citadel.
East, literally.
They've revived. They have like fucking Lazarus pits. And fucking, they've got like the Elephant Man revived, and you can meet him and talk to him and ask him about his life. It's a fucking sci-fi place. It's ridiculous.
You can re-erect anybody, bro.
It is so. Israel is so technologically advanced that you can they have shoes over there that you can walk on water with just to trivialize Jesus. Literally, like,
That is so disrespectful.
Hey, look at me. I'm like Jesus now.
I'm like other
It's
Jew
me.
person. Look,
Piece of cake,
they start
piece of
walking.
cake. Whatever.
It's G shoes. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I just all I know about this whole situation was I saw videos of just a bunch of Hasidic Jews falling out of a tunnel, and it was just the most confusing thing I've
What?
ever seen.
Wait, what
It was the most
did you see?
confusing video I've ever seen. They were just like being dragged out of this hole in the ground.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, not to be disrespectful, but the costume is hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like the dress, like seeing that it's funny enough to see random people pulled out of a tunnel in the middle of Brooklyn, like that nobody knew was there. But in addition, like adding on to that, the big coat and the hair, it's funny. It's like it's a funny visual to see.
It totally is.
But I just don't understand how they managed to do this in the first place. Like, how do you build tunnels? Was it like a speakeasy thing that they were already there?
Kind of.
New York
I don't
is
think it
full
was
of
already there.
tunnels.
I think they did it.
Yeah.
The biggest question is, how did there was a lot, for some reason, there was a lot of Hasidic Jews that were upset that they were closing those tunnels down. But then, like, the head Jew, I think his name is Head Jew.
Prime.
I think his name, Jew Prime. Yeah, Jew Prime. Jew Prime was saying, hey, this is fucked up. Y'all are kind of went too hard in the paint. Y'all got to calm down. But my question is, how the fuck... People in adjacent buildings or whatever other people were saying, I'm hearing shit underground. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, the tweets of people. It's like, I swear to God, I keep hearing Yiddish under my floor. I'm on the first floor. What's going on?
That is
and then everybody's
insane.
And then everybody's calling them crazy. And then this happens, and then they're like, oh, dude,
validation.
The tunnels.
So
the
how
tunnels.
did Jew Prime not know this was? He's lying. Jew Prime is lying. He absolutely knew this was happening.
Who is Jew?
So Jew Prime is the head of the synagogue.
Hold on. I was the head of the... Okay, because I was going to ask, because like I know that Netanyahu's the president of Israel, but like that's different. That's different than like that's different than the prime. It's like how like black people have like a Medea, you know. Well, who do the Jews have?
Black people have Medea.
Yeah, right. Medea's like your head of council, right?
It's like yeah. I'm
not even Tyler Perry, by the way.
Yeah, not even
Tyler Perry. It's just oh man,
that is insane. It totally. My train of thought was completely thrown off. So yeah, Jew Prime is like religious
like the alien.
Jewish.
Like the alien, mother alien from the alien shit, man.
And then heretical is the Netanyahu, but I don't know what we call him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jew, nega Jew. I don't know.
Whoa,
nobody likes him.
You guys know that Netanyahu
Nobody likes
grew up
that
in
guy.
Philly?
What?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
You didn't know that?
I don't care about Netanyahu at all.
I knew
so
about
no.
it because of how
insane that he's
absurd
from
it sounds.
Philadelphia. That's why he sounds American. And it's like, what?
I mean that makes sense. Only somebody
absurd.
from that place would do all that stuff.
That's
Philadelphia's a
crazy.
fucking dire.
Rondo played
Philadelphia,
from Philly. They're really not that bad. They're like
you're
really,
crazy.
Philly people are really not that
I have to say, like, I'm not even
Yeah.
remotely kidding. Every person from the East Coast that I've met that is like deeply dubious is from Philadelphia. Like, since and I mean from like raised. I don't mean like they lived there for a little bit. Like that's whatever.
Deeply
but like they're
dubious.
from Philly.
There's an episode, there's a
dubious
podcast that we went hard in the paint on Philly. I don't remember. It might have even been an extra ammo. I don't remember. But there was a segment where we were like, because I
Philly's
wholeheartedly
crazy.
agree. Philly is one place that you just you make sure. I never feel like that. Like, oh, lock your windows, roll. Lock your doors, roll up your window. I don't feel like that, obviously. But when I'm
Dude, there's
Philly,
an entire city in like around there that's like literally zombie land, basically. Like, and that's not even like an exaggeration. Like, I think like 50% or something of like the population is like on trank or something. Like, actually,
Nice.
like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like I'm not even remotely kidding. Like the percentage might be a little bit high, but it's a ton. Like
That is
like everywhere you look, it's just like people leaning over. Like, it's like. And they're just like swaying ominously.
The idea of everybody being on trank in a place is fire to me, bro. That is such a
Dude, we stopped in,
idea.
I was in Pennsylvania for a
Everybody's
while.
just built it, bro.
I was in Pennsylvania for a while. We went on tour with this band, and
It's called Kensington, by the way.
Kensington. That sounds like that type of place. We stopped in Philly because it was one of those things. Us being from Cali, we're like, we got to try cheesesteaks in Philly. Obviously, we have to. It's just cliche shit. But there was pills in the cheese. There was just
What?
like a litter of pills. I think that's just how they do things over there. There was just like, I was like, are these free? I don't understand what's happening. And and I just saw like the guy sitting there drooling, you know, like, and I wasn't. I just put the money on the table and left because I didn't understand what was happening. And so that's
he started
essentially
eating the counter. He started literally chewing through the counter, like easily, like it was bread. He just chewed.
Yeah. There is I don't know, man. There's no. It's a crazy. Philadelphia. I feel like the worst
I've
parts.
seen some weird shit
the
in Philly,
worst.
but it's like New
the
York
wor-
always caps out for like the most insane shit I've seen.
It doesn't though.
I
It
swear
does
it's
only.
always been New
It
York.
does. It does because we lived there and we saw it. But like, the worst parts of Philadelphia don't like they cleared the worst parts of New York by like a lot. Like it's like going from Tears of the Kingdom to Elden Ring. It's insane, ridiculous shit.
dude. Think about
There's a city full of zombies to the point where, like, if you look up Zombie City Philadelphia, everyone unanimously agrees what it is.
I don't know, man.
And
there's several human rat kings in New York.
Remember,
like, I don't know. Like,
several human rat kings.
There's human rat kings in New York.
Yeah, except
the fact that a human became a rat king in general is
I love
insane.
it.
No, but Kingston, if you have a human rat king in New York, you know what happens? He goes to Times Square and starts making money on autographs. Like, there's a human rat king in Philadelphia. He's eating you and your baby and digging a hole into the center of the fucking earth and dipping it in a volcano and coming back up all hot. It's fucking dire shit over there.
Dude.
It's weird.
Philadelphia, Philly heads. We're
really big at
They
dickhead to Philadelphia
destroyed a portion of their city when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
Somehow
Yeah, that's right. They
melted.
detonated white phosphorus in the middle of fucking Philadelphia when they
Some guy
won that
came
game.
with a fucking strap on his chest, and he was like, "Go Eagle!" And he fucking erupted. He erupted. A little mushroom cloud, and people were dying left and right.
Oh man,
I
It's
love
crazy.
you, Kevin Hart, and he blows himself up.
It's real. It's scary.
I feel like
Yo, they
when
fucking-
you're talking about Philly, I feel about DC.
They greased the poles, like traffic poles and stuff, so
Bro,
that
they
they would
misbehave.
people wouldn't. It's so funny that they did that. That they had
People
to do
like
that.
tore down traffic poles. People ate horses. Like the cops would come on the horses. People would knock down the horses, like in fucking the first episode of what you call it, of Walking
Dead, yeah.
And they ate the whole horse
They
clean.
ate the horse.
They ate the
Dude,
horse
that was-
clean. It was
Yeah.
a clean horse skeleton
Clean,
after they
just-
were done.
And that was when their team won.
Yeah, when their team won,
They
dude.
sucked
That was
the
when their
marrow.
team won,
Everybody
dude.
got
They went out-
straws and put straws in the bowl and drank the marrow out of
Suck
it.
the marrow out.
They were
That-
like, "Let's
it's-
go!
Philadelphia-
I love you, Rocco.
Yeah, Philadelphia would be like Philadelphia would. The only difference between like Philadelphia and Castlevania is the art style.
Right.
It's just the way the buildings look. If you had Gothic architecture in Philadelphia, it would be indistinguishable from Castlevania. Like you'd have people eating horses on the street. You have greasing up poles, lighting babies on fire, and throwing them through windows.
Alucard's buried in fucking Pennsylvania.
yeah, that
Sure,
makes sense.
Alucard's
Yeah.
somewhere sleeping in there.
That's literally why Transylvania is called what it is. It's like, what's the closest thing to Pennsylvania that isn't this?
That is insane.
Facts.
It's just
That is such an
Facts.
insane thing. Imagine that being real when the literally the place Transylvania is like
Yeah, it's
in
obviously
Europe
so
already,
old.
and they were like,
Yeah.
"We're gonna name it after Philadelphia." It's like Philadelphia doesn't exist yet, but it will. It will exist, and we have to name it that.
It's a fucking paradox or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Anyway, interesting story about the Junnels. Sorry to anybody who lives in Philly, but
Yeah.
but you know,
I
God
saw
bless
you
you.
guys eat a horse clean. You guys are monsters.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I watched you
sparkling by the time they were done. You guys are fucking filth. You guys licked the color off the horse's bones, you bastards.
Minutes too. It was minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to live in Philly. Anyway, let's move on to some questions from our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Remember, you can donate. What is it? It's the $5 tier that's audience
Yes,
participant, right?
sir.
So if you're $5, you get a question right on the show, and then we might get to it.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see. Oh man, we'll knock some of these out because I think some of these are pretty quick. Bean Don Rodney says, "Hello there, super mega cast replacements. First time patron here. I just recently bought an old PSP and loaded it full of games. I missed games I missed back in my childhood. Did you guys ever play the PSP growing up? And if so, what were your go-to games? I got to say, the PSP was like a porn machine to me.
Yeah, mostly porn.
Primarily.
I played Trains of Olympus. Freedom? I played Crisis Core. I played Daxter.
I only played the thing to me that was like I loved Wipeout Pure on it.
Oh, I was getting
Wipeout
there.
Pure was great, but like
Pure,
I didn't really
for sure.
I played Star Wars Battlefront.
Battlefront.
That was on the PSP.
Well. Yeah, the true
That's
Battlefront.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
There was other games. There was Wipeout Pure. There was Ratchet and Clank Size Matters.
Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. They were really fun. Controls were a little weird since they didn't have the buttons were a little limited, but they figured it out. They figured it out.
That's second analog stick.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, the analog stick. It's just a slidey little button.
Yeah.
That shit felt weird, dude.
Dude, I knew people who thought it was a speaker the entire time and never used it.
You can't play some of the games without it.
I was just
they probably. Well, there's a possibility that somebody might have just gotten like a specific assortment of games where they would. My thing though is like, how do you not just touch everything on this machine when you have it and see what you know what I mean? Like there are so many people who are so cognitively uncurious that it blows my mind. Like, how do you own a PSP for more than 5 minutes and not look at that speaker looking thing and move it and realize what it does immediately? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird that
First
people are that uncurious.
First thing I do is understand the thing that I just bought. Yeah.
Right. It's so weird.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, actually. I'm really sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, that is so stupid that you get this thing and you're like, you look at it, there's literally speaker holes. And you're like...
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It's particularly because... Was it DualShock was when the analogs were introduced 1,000,000 years ago, and they've
well before that.
So controller, I think DualShock was the first time it had analog.
Yeah, the PS1 DualShock was, I believe, the first.
Yeah,
the first.
Yeah, but that's
controller
well before the PSP.
Stick.
Before the PSP.
So meaning that every controller then on has had analog sticks. So why wouldn't your first thought be, where's the analog stick? Like, or would it, like, you need one? Like, they're always there.
It's like getting a Steam Deck and then, like, seeing the fucking 2 small cubes at the bottom and be like, oh, those are speakers. And never touching them.
Yeah. Then you smash it over their head.
It's exactly like that.
You smash it over their head if they say that.
Oh, fuck.
You take it and you
crazy.
force it down their throat. You open their mouth, you force it down their throat, and you kill them, and you leave them there.
But yeah, I play. It was mostly Wipeout Pure. Spider-Man 2 on it was actually pretty fun. And there was Ultimate
Alliance. Ultimate Alliance was on there too, but so was what you call it?
Oh, it was.
I didn't know that.
1 was on there. I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome.
I had no idea.
But it wasn't the same. It wasn't exactly the same. But
it's like a different version.
What's the name of the other game before that? Nemesis.
Heavily dumbed.
Nemesis is on there.
Nemesis?
Oh, Rise of the Imperfects?
Yeah.
Rise of the Imperfects. Right, I feel like, I don't know, man. I have a different experience with a lot of people. A lot of people were mad at that game. I love that game. I liked it because it was fucking, actually, some of the missions were really hard. Some of the missions, you had to be Iron Man, and you were about to die, and you literally could not be hit. And I was like, wait, it was fucking hard as shit. It was such a hard mission. I
like that game a lot.
I like that game a lot too. Like I remember watching videos of people talking about it. I was like, yeah, this is a fucking disappointment. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was a dickhead in that game, though. To be fair, like I would play with people, and I would play Spider-Man, and I would always pick the bridge level, and then I would like. Spider-Man had a move where you would pick someone up and basically throw them straight down, and so I would just throw them off the bridge every single time. It was completely busted, but
I like that game. I like that game a lot because it like. That game was very much so like the New York heroes doing New York shit. And I like that a lot. I was like, oh, this is like what I like about comic books. There was a shit going down. It was some wild shit going down in New York City. And they're like, hey, guys, everybody lives in New York. Can y'all kind of help? And then Hulk showed up.
The PSP version of that game, though, must have been pretty different, though.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't good.
Maybe we should make a retrospective on it. Chris.
That would be interesting.
Get motherfuckers, because I've seen multiple videos of people saying that shit was like, eh. And I was like, I had fun with it.
I mean, my concern though is that it's
now.
Yeah, my concern is that it's worse than I remember,
suck.
like by a lot, and I kind of like that it's good in my memory.
What are some other PSP games?
There were so many.
Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai.
Never
that was
played
like
Shin Budokai.
It was basically
played
just Budokai 2 or 3, but just kind of simplified. It had like Janemba in it. It was weird. It was cool though.
Never played.
It's cool to have a
I wish I
Budokai on the
played it,
PSP. It was dope. But yeah, I didn't fuck around too much with the PSP outside of loading porn onto it.
I
Very
never had
slowly.
a jailbroken one. I never got to that point.
You didn't need to jailbreak it at all. You could just go on the browser.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
My friend had Mario on his. I remember that, and I was like, "Why the fuck is Mario on this?" I was like, "Why is there Mario on this?" He's like, "Don't worry about it, dude. Just enjoy it." And I was like, "All right, I guess."
All right, here's an interesting one. Gay Sinatra be like, start spreading your cheeks, I'm fucking your ass, Rodin. Says, would you rather pussy taste and smell vomit-inducingly awful, or human shit smelling so enticing you compulsively eat it on the daily? It does not taste good. You can kill yourself. I understand the appeal. I don't know what
So
I don't know.
It smells amazing, but it doesn't taste good.
I guess
It smells good, but it
That's
tastes
not
like shit.
It's not how senses work, but okay. We're just like completely. I feel like that's a little weaselly,
they grant credence to others, but they don't like your sense of smell can make things taste better, but it can still taste not good.
Yeah,
You can still be
your smell
enticed
is an
by it.
extension of your taste.
I
But I've
understand
definitely
that,
had
but
I've definitely
it
eaten things that
doesn't mask
smelled
it.
like
It
I've
doesn't
definitely
mask your taste.
I've definitely eaten things that have smelled horrible and didn't taste that bad.
Yeah.
And vice versa for sure.
Yeah, the other one is it's a lot harder for that to happen. Like,
Well,
there's like
think
say
about
cheese.
soap.
Cheese is a good fucking. But soap doesn't smell like food though.
Right, but soap smells not like
you
it
mean like
tastes.
artificial? Well,
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Because you can because like things like you can
I've never
smell
had like a burger smelling soap and made me want to take a bite out of it.
You've never eaten soap?
I no.
You've
never
never
tasted
eaten
soap?
18 full blocks of soap?
You're a psychopath. Just
see,
you're not
the
even
problem
chewing
is-
them. You're just swallowing it.
The problem is first of all, I don't buy soap that smells like food because that's psychotic to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There is a lot of people do it. They'll be like, "Oh, here's some soap that smells like cinnamon rolls and bakery buns," and I'm like, "Why do you want your hands to smell like that though? I don't understand." Or your
This is
body.
delicious.
Because I want somebody to bite me.
But that's what that's the thing that's kind of crazy to me. I'm like, I want it to be like there's certain fragrances that we associate with just good smells, but not like, oh, I'm hungry now, right? And so I've never had soap like that personally. And so I've never bit or drank dish soap. I don't know, dude. I've never gone down that route.
I know that your sense of smell and taste are like coincide with each other, very much so. But
Yeah.
I've definitely ate things that smell good that tasted horrible.
I'm trying to
I've
think of
definitely done that, and it's been like it's a shocking experience. But I've
the only
definitely
way
had it
I can
happen
think
before.
about that happening is if I'm smelling something that, like, it's not the actual thing. Like, say, people will mask the bitterness of a lot of vegetables with a lot of spices, with like a
Yeah.
lot of
Right,
good
right,
smelling
right.
spices, but I'm smelling the spices, and then I take a bite of the disgusting whatever greens it is, and I'm like, eh. I'm like, no, I'm good on this. But I'm sure there's exceptions. I'm sure. I'm not saying that's impossible. I just can't really. Nothing's coming to the forefront. The opposite though, easy. I mean, like cheese. Some of the best, like aged cheese. Fucking, you age cheese for fucking 3 months, for example, like cheddar. That fucking stinks, but it's delicious. God damn, it's delicious.
I don't
Yeah.
get the whole aged cheese things, man.
Cheddar's delicious though.
Dude, aged cheddar, sharp cheddar
I-
is fucking amazing.
I like cheese because of the fact that I like cheese on eggs. It's like my one thing I really need cheese for. I need cheese on eggs, and I need cheese on my sandwiches. I need it. I can't have those things
I
without
think
it.
cheese
yeah,
on my
cheese
burger.
on a sandwich needs to
Sandwich on my
yeah.
burger. That's it.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
those things, right? I can't go without them.
Oh,
like
my-
if I get a
honestly,
burger without,
can I-
if I get a
is
burger
it-
without cheese, shoot me in the face. That's not me.
Can
That
I
is
say something
not
that-
Kingston?
Can I say something that like I don't know if this is like too, I don't know if this is like too bland or whatever,
Yeah.
but there's something about Just a simple salami cheese sandwich.
Salami
Like the
cheese.
simplicity of that.
Not
is
salami
so
for
fucking...
me, but
You don't like salami?
I like salami, but
Salami's
it's
good.
definitely not my go-to meat anymore.
I think I would. Well, lately I would go more with pastrami personally, but
Not even
or like
pastrami for me.
smoked honey turkey or something.
Honey
like that.
turkey, bro.
I don't
have
even
that
know
shit in
how
my fucking
pastrami
fridge right
gets
now.
its flavor. Pastrami is
They
such
just salt the shit out of it. I don't know.
It's
I don't,
such an
I don't know.
interesting taste to me. I'm like, how is this? What is this? I don't want to know.
I don't know what animal pastrami is.
It's
I'm
pork,
pretty sure
if
it's
I'm not
pork.
mistaken.
Clear.
But I'm
Or-
like,
yeah,
what the hell do they do to it to make it taste
But
like
there
that?
is. But there is beef pastrami though. Is there not?
Oh,
course.
I think you're right. Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a type of.
So yeah, they do something to it.
It's a
Yeah,
cut.
they do something to it. They pasteurize it.
Yeah,
I don't
They
know.
pasteurize it.
yeah. I
They
just don't.
pasteurize it.
I'm just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't choose either of those. I'm sorry, bud. That's just
Yeah.
awful. You're an awful person for picking that up as well.
But I will
You're
say
terrible.
a simplistic sandwich is that's me though. But I eat like a child anyway, so I agree with you just by default. But
Yeah.
like I like my thing is not over. I think overloading the senses is not good when you're eating, in my opinion. And even if it's just things that I like in general, if I put everything I like together, I just don't. I think you only need. And the biggest problem is masking. If you just get like a French bread, put some salted butter on it, and then toast it, it's an amazing flavor. But then the more stuff you put on it, you can't really taste it anymore. You can't really appreciate just that simplicity of that buttered toast. So I like to try to keep things minimal because you can really appreciate it. When it blends too well, then you're not really appreciating the other flavors.
Like
So
for
that-
me, a sandwich has to have. I can't have a sandwich without lettuce on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can have a sandwich.
I
without lettuce.
can't. The crunch is part of the experience.
I've
crunch of lettuce is
actually had
such a-
sandwiches that are deeply hindered by the lettuce. Actually,
I think
where I would be like,
obviously
this would
there's
be
ratio.
this would be a
There's
much
ratio.
better. This would be a much at least the degree, like the amount of lettuce.
Yeah.
It's not, like some people go way too fucking far with it. Like it's just like or like especially the shredded lettuce. I hate shredded
Like
lettuce.
I don't
Shredded
like shredded.
lettuce
I don't like
is-
shredded.
Dictator, that shit's gone forever. It's banned. You can't shred
Yeah.
lettuce. You cannot.
Yeah, you
do
can't
it.
shred lettuce. What are you doing putting this fucking grass confetti on my fucking food?
It's
you
the
piece
worst.
of shit.
It's the
Two,
I
fucking
hate it.
worst.
two leaves, right? Or if it's a big leaf, one leaf split into two, cracked into two, right on there, enough to get the crunch.
I can respect that. I can respect
get the
that.
crunch, and then there you go.
I can respect that.
A
Like,
What
two
kind of
two
lettuce,
big leaves,
sir?
but I will. You got to cut it. I don't want it sticking out of my sandwich. I want it like I
Oh,
want
yeah, of course. Yes.
only as much lettuce as there is surface area on the sandwich.
Probably slightly more,
requires
if
it.
anything.
Fair
Slightly
enough,
more,
fair
if
enough.
anything, and
If-
then a little
if
bit of
anything.
mayo on one side.
I
Only
hate
mayo
mayo.
on one piece of the bread.
I like mayo, but
I-
like maybe not
I-
on the sandwich.
I
But
hate
maybe
it. I
not
don't
on the
know.
sandwiches that I
You
would have
don't like
lettuce
mayo
on.
on your sandwich?
No, first of all, I'm a black male. I don't like mayo. That's just not-
insane.
that's
You never
not-
had like mayo on a chicken sandwich?
I think mayo. I think mayo tastes like it's expired. It just.
Oh my God.
It
That's
is
crazy.
There are much better sauces than mayo to me. So once I discovered that,
I don't
immediately,
use
I'm like,
mayo
why
for
the fuck
anything
would I
other
ever
than
put mayo on
sandwiches?
anything? I don't know. I just think there's way better sauces. Even when there's sauces that start off with vinegar and eggs, right? And then they add extra shit to it. I'm like, this is better than mayo just by default. Why would I ever use mayo when there's things that are
All
better?
right.
I don't know. I
Only
fucking-
use mayo. My only use of mayo is for sandwiches. I don't use it for anything else. I don't know what else is used for.
I don't even really
being
put it on
very
that many
real.
sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't
I
put-
just for me it's like a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Like there's something about a like a spicy chicken sandwich with mayo on it. It's just like that's good, man.
Like
There's
spicy
something about
mayo.
it.
Spicy mayo is delicious, dude.
Nah,
Yeah.
Get that shit away from me.
Or
Get away from me.
Chipotle mayo. That shit is good. But
I,
it's
uh,
only
Chipotle
good
mayo
in
is
those
My thing is-
instances.
I also don't necessarily need sauce. That's the thing. I don't need it. I'm pretty.
Yeah, me
if
neither.
If I
Same,
do, it's an
honestly.
extremely small layer because there's some ranches that are actually really fucking good because the ranch
hate
just starts
ranch.
with
I
mayo, then
fucking
they
hate
put
ranch.
shit in it essentially, right?
All right, look. Wait, hold on. We're this is making me so hungry, and I don't know if I can handle it. So let's get back
Yeah,
to the
let's go,
question.
let's
Pussy tastes vomit-inducingly bad, or you have to eat human shit. I have to say, look, obviously you're going to run into human shit more than anything else, and that would probably be a problem.
You probably die.
Every time you shit, you would eat your shit. Is that's basically what it's implying?
Yeah, basically. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, right? So like human shit smelling so enticing to you that you compulsively eat it on the daily. So the way around both of these, by the way, would be to maybe, I don't know, get like a gas mask or something that like blocks, like you have to wear in either situation. Like during sex, you'd have to like have a gas mask on so like that smell doesn't kill you, or you have to wear a gas mask that like nullifies all scent while you're shitting, so you're not immediately hooked into a trance where you start diving into the toilet bowl and start eating your own shit.
I think I would go with.
So there's a workaround here.
I think I would go with the latter because
I
it
would go
just
with pussy
seems
smelling tasting terrible.
It just seems more practical to wear a gas mask while you're shitting than wearing a gas mask while you're fucking.
I agree. Yeah, there would. I would. That's exactly kind of where I was. It's like, all right, well, the gas mask is just part of my routine now.
Yeah,
you know, like I can do that. I can deal with that. I'm not doing anything else in there anyway.
That seems kind of cool. I'm like Psycho Mantis while I'm shitting or something. I don't know. It's not that bad.
But like, I could not, dude. Like a foul smelling pussy is.
No, I
really mean this from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah. Look, I used to hang out with some, rough crowds and stuff. I used to be in the punk. That's all I'll say. Never again.
Water.
Hashtag never again.
All I'm
Never
saying is this,
again.
right? You could just not eat pussy and you'll be fine.
I refuse.
That's crazy. I could. If I didn't have to eat pussy and I'd get everything without eating pussy, I would 100% just not eat pussy again. That's crazy.
That's
I would
like
be
top,
okay. It's like,
If
I
wait,
don't know.
Are you being forced to eat pussy? Why would you say I don't? If I had, what are you saying?
because you eat pussy obviously because of the fact that you're with your partner and it makes your partner feel good. That is why you do it. Obviously,
That's
you
not-
take
no,
enjoyment of your
no.
skill. I take enjoyment of my skill in it because I appreciate.
No, you should eat pussy if you like eating pussy. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I'm doing it to satisfy my partner because of the fact that if I'm getting
Do you
oral sex
like
from my
eating
partner,
pussy?
I don't hate it because I have to do
No,
it.
no, no,
you
no.
know?
Do
no,
you
that's
like
the-
eating
see,
pussy?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily love it. I don't hate it though. I'm like, all right,
Nigga, you can't
dude,
even
I
answer
don't-
the fucking question.
So,
no,
so-
because this is my genuine answer. I don't necessarily
let me give
love
you.
it.
Let me give you a baseline. Let me give you a framework. This is like top 3 activities for me.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Easily.
That's crazy.
Easily. I'm not even remotely kidding.
I mean,
That's
good
crazy.
for you, brother.
Look,
Look, man.
top 3 activities. That's insane. There's so
Easily.
many better activities.
Man.
There's
For some people,
There's
it's not.
there's at least 2.
there are genuinely
Maybe.
at least without a doubt at least 5 things better.
It's like
than
it's
pussy.
it's like a good slice of pizza, a roller coaster, eating pussy.
There's
And
like,
those vary. And
there's
those vary based on the
bludgeoning
day.
baby seals, there's
some days I don't
eating,
want-
There's
Bludgeoning
sleeping.
seals.
There's fighting disabled children.
Well,
there's pizza.
eating is something I have to do.
You don't enjoy
You know?
eating.
Good point.
But you enjoy
I like eating
pussy?
good food, but like sometimes great food isn't necessarily like readily available, and like I have to eat, so I have to like settle for something that's like not really what I want. But like it's I don't know. Eating's kind of, if I could never eat again and I could if I had an opportunity to just like refuse myself the necessity of eating, like that I could eliminate that need from me, I would absolutely do it because it would mean that the only times that I would ever eat would be like the amazing times. You know what I mean? It would be like, oh, I'm at like a fucking Michelin star restaurant and I'm going to get like the best steak I've ever had. Yeah, I'll eat today.
Nah, man, I would do that for sleep. I would remove sleep from my body entirely if it didn't hurt me.
Oh, absolutely.
I like sleep, but I do agree.
I hate it. I mean, I love how it feels.
Sleep.
But
I enjoy sleeping.
I just want to
but
play
I
video
hate that
games
I have to sleep.
all night, but I have to get
Right.
up to fucking work.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it having to sleep sucks.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's
Dude, if I didn't
Yeah,
have to sleep, if I didn't have to sleep, I would just learn.
Dude, I
I would just
ugh.
learn all day. I'd be like, I can just keep learning shit. I can keep
Fucking
doing
nerd.
shit.
Fucking gay little nerd.
Loser.
Fucking
That's
gay
insane.
little nerd.
Gay.
I'd be able to
fucking-
speak Spanish in like a week. I'd be better. I'd be entirely fluent in Spanish in a week.
This is fucking. I'm
Yeah.
disgusted.
Yeah, I'm
That's
disgusted.
crazy. You guys are
You have,
chimps. That's why
you have a
You guys are-
backlog of games just sitting in your fucking Steam, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
true.
learn Spanish."
That's true.
What the
That's
fuck?
true. But after I'm
be-
done bettering myself, and I'm an apex version of myself. You know how
You
how
do
great it would be
nothing.
to be like. You'd be like, ah, man, it's like 3 a.m. I'm doing literally nothing. I'm just gonna go to the gym for 2 hours. Oh, it's like fucking.
Yeah, you the amount of you would be so productive if you didn't have to sleep. It's insane. So that, I guess, if the question was more accurate to like if you could get rid of one thing, then yeah, for sure. But
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
And then I'll get rid of my feeling right afterwards.
but
Get rid of
the-
my sense of
but
feeling.
the question-
not like
but the question-
feeling things, my emotional feelings. Like I'd get rid of I become a sociopath. I turn that shit off.
Well,
Good.
I could do that for you. I could just hit you in a really
It
specific
won't
part
work.
of your brain.
It won't work. I'll probably just be disabled. Probably just be like.
Well,
retarded.
we could re-able you though. Like we could re-able you.
Yeah.
Turn off
we have
your
the technology.
fucking empathy
We can
and sympathy.
lobotomize you and then reattach it. The part that we
Yeah,
removed.
That's not how, you cannot.
We could lobotomize
We
you and then
figured it out.
rebotomize you.
Yeah, we figured it out.
The idea of
We
somebody
keep
being like,
keep
yeah,
that
take
one
away
part
my
of the brain.
emotions.
We keep it in vinegar. We keep it in vinegar. We chill it.
Pickle my brain.
Imagine like your synapse is firing in a pickled state. That's
You turn into the
crazy.
Grinch. You would immediately transform into the Grinch.
Enter the Grinchification chamber. Oh man! All right, what else? What else? Let's see.
I hope we all get lobotomized, as a people, like as a human species.
Nah, bro.
Just put everything in a level playing field.
Go watch
right.
Evangelion if you want that, you fucking loser.
That's a good name. I haven't read the question yet, so this might be terrible, but like I like the name. $50 patrons get to design Sweeney's newest laugh. Wrote in.
I love it. I love it. Sign
He
up.
said hello. Yeah, sign up. He said hello. That's great.
I'll do that. I'll make that a tier.
No, that's it. How would you'd get like enough of them that it would be really difficult to commit to that? I bet.
I would do it.
But-
I would go and I would design it. That's just on me. I'd do it. I'd be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This,
They gotta like
Whoa,
send in
whoa,
like what do
whoa.
they gotta send in like a voice message to like
yeah,
how you
I
laugh.
gotta use that laugh for a day. You know what's crazy? I feel like I'm crazy enough that I would adapt those laughs and they'd become real laughs of mine.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
like,
would.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I already.
I want one
yeah,
that's just
anyway.
him announcing that he's laughing.
Haha, laughter.
yeah. I am laughing.
Laughter. Chuckle and glee. Haha, chuckle and glee.
All right. Hello, Gus Fring, Jesse Pinkman, and Walter Jr.
Yeah, who's who?
I don't know. I guess. Am I Walter Jr. because I'm
Disabled?
the white one? wait. Well, no, because
Disabled.
Who is it again?
I am.
Gus.
Gus, Jesse, and Walter.
Okay.
I'm definitely
Walter
Gus.
Jr..
I'm both of those things.
Yeah, because your
guess.
head's fucking half of your head's missing.
Hey, bro. Welcome
Listener
to
since
Buenos
episode he says listener since episode 0 managed to end my homelessness but still can't do $25 just yet. Question is, what combination of annoyances would make you violent? For example, someone who puts pineapple on pizza also talking with their mouth full. Oh, I see, like a compounding pet peeve is what you're asking. Like two infuriating things at once. Or someone bad-mouthing Keith David while also being female. Women cannot. That is fair.
That
women
would
cannot
set
talk.
me the fuck
that,
off.
That,
That
women
would
cannot
set me
talk
off.
shit about Keith David. That would actually. Hearing that out loud, like as I read it, I thought that's ridiculous. But like now, I'm imagining the scenario that would really infuriate.
Hold
me.
on. I will go that far, but in a little caveat is that they would have to be like a Valley girl. It would have to be one of those. Then I would snap.
yeah.
I would snap for sure.
If Lily started talking shit about Keith David, I would push her to the floor like Dr. Light does to fucking roll.
Let's go. That is the oldest fucking GIF in my phone.
That shit
That
is
is-
so funny because it's just him shoving her to the floor.
Then he just
It's
pieces
so
out.
funny.
That
Yeah.
context is the best.
I think.
Anytime a girl says something stupid, I share that GIF to them. 100%.
I wish I could. I miss being a kid and being able to do that and it not being like a bigger deal than it is.
It's not a big
You know?
yeah.
Like as a kid, you could just shove a girl to the floor and I'm like, oh, you're just being a mean boy.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, okay.
But now I'm like, if I shove a girl to
Yeah.
the floor, I'm like an abusive jerk.
Well, you're gonna go to jail. Yeah, and they're gonna
Yeah.
and then they're gonna kill you in jail, and then you're gonna get raped by the devil. But
Damn, bro.
so I
Go
would
to
say like
hell
my
before you
combination.
die.
Yeah, but I don't know. My combination. I don't know. Like a combination of pet peeve. I would say, man, being black and hosting a podcast. I think is like really your.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if I have any like.
Crazy.
I don't know if I have any.
That is out of pocket. That is so fucking
That was
bananas.
that was so clever. That was so like.
I don't know. I don't.
Not
I don't
expecting
know.
that.
Yeah,
Look-
I don't know if I have any like pet peeves that necessarily compound to that degree.
I know something
You know?
that I'm not violent. I'm not. But that pineapple.
Sure. I'm
that
not
pineapple.
violent. I swear, I'm not a
Well,
violent man.
there's limits, right? I feel like everybody has a limit, right? But
Oh yeah, for sure.
this is probably I would irrationally make me violent. This person, because I don't care if someone actually eats pineapple on their pizza. Just get it the fuck away from me, right? I just don't. So
Yeah.
now, if somebody does something this asinine, where they get half the pizza pineapple and half like maybe just pepperoni, like, and then here's the compound. They take the pepperoni slice. They take no, you piece of shit. You don't.
I know.
Then we're fighting.
I understand this experience so deeply.
You guys are so.
That's crazy. You fucking ruined half the pizza, and you have the gall. You to fucking just take the old. I'm just getting mad thinking about that shit. Where I'm like, how fucking dare you, dude?
It's so personal too because it's not a closed system. It's not like half of the pizza is just pineapple and then half of it is just pepperoni. Like that's a singular unit.
Yeah.
Like if you've made half of the pizza pineapple, that pineapple has in some way, whether you like it or not, affected the pepperoni half anyway.
100%.
Like there's oils and all sorts of shit that get released and like drip and soak. Like you can't just make two individualized pizzas. It's not real. That's why, like, even if you get like half plain, half pepperoni, like it's going to be a really greasy plain. Like the plain half is going to be way more greasy.
Yeah, it's going to start
it's like,
seeping over.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's rough. Especially if they wanted the fucked side and then they're just like, actually, never mind.
Yeah.
This is so crazy to me because that shit could not even close to. That's not even close to bothersome for me. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I've left places. I've left parties for this.
Like just so
on two separate occasions. I remember being like really hungry at a party, and then like they got like these absurd combinations, and then what really pissed me off was that I guess they assumed that most people would be into like all sorts of things, so they just got everything under the fucking sun. They got like pepperoni, they got plain, they got pineapple, and it was all halves, right? And then everybody zoomed for all the parts that weren't the specialties. So all the plains, all the pepperonis were gone, and all that was left was the fucking, all these like overloaded
salad.
And I'm just like, and I remember being like,
pizza.
I'm hungry.
Who the fuck does that? That
and
shit
I remember,
is like, for me, I'm like, yo, why you get a salad pizza, dude?
Dude, and I remember being so hungry, and I was just looking. I was just like, I'm going. And then I went out on the street and I got like a burrito from like from a place, and then I just went home. Like I was just like, I'm not eating this fucking shit. And it wasn't even like a respectable like, oh, okay, like yeah, like maybe like Meat Lovers or like a Supreme. It was like these obnoxious combinations.
Yeah, those people should be. It's one of those things. I feel like it sounds funny to say, but that would make me more angry than say that person just opening up a box of pizza and just start spitting in them or something. Because I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But I'd probably laugh at how insane that is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd probably laugh at how insane that is. But then I would
rather you simply molested me. Yeah. Quite frankly, like I would rather you drugged me and just completely molested me.
Yeah,
and left me a little bit scarred than did this fucking nonsense.
You guys are so bothered. You guys are such bothered people because that shit couldn't even attempt. That's not even close. Like,
there's
what are my
something
pet
about
peeves, right?
Well, yeah, because Kingston would just fall asleep in the middle of everybody eating the pizza.
Yeah, and I'd be fine, and then I wouldn't be bothered. I'd wake up like, oh, we're done here, and then I'd leave.
Yeah,
you guys are fucking. They're shaking and crying in anger. I'd be like, "Hey, that's crazy."
And crying.
He's fucking seething and upset. I'm so fucking. Oh.
All right, look, I'm not sitting there seething and vibrating. I'm just like, oh, okay.
You're fucking crying. You're crying and shaking. You're crying and shaking and about to piss yourself.
No, man, haymakers.
I just don't know why.
Haymakers.
I just don't know why we pretend like pepperoni and plain aren't like the ideal slices.
That is
like, I just don't.
though.
I mean, listen.
Okay, you go first.
If you're at a place, right? You have, let's say like, oh, I'm having a get together, right? Optimal places to buy pepperoni pizza, you buy plain pizza. Optimal, right?
Yeah.
There are specialty slices that are delicious in their own right. They exist, right?
Sure.
But if you're having a get together, you're an idiot if you buy anything other than pepperoni. Unless you know your friends. Right? If I know my friends, right? If I get buffalo chicken on pizza, right? If I get some buffalo chicken pizza, I know my homies will come by and they'll love it because we love buffalo chicken pizza. We like it. That's something that we all grew up eating. But let's say if I'm throwing it together and you get like fucking vegetarian pizza and then Supreme and then Hawaiian, you're an ass. You're a jackass.
You should be
getting that for
dragged
yourself.
behind a
Get that for
building
yourself.
and
The
beaten
rule
savagely.
The rule should be for any get-together, and I mean this of any size, that you start with a plain and pepperoni.
You have a plain and
full.
pepperoni there.
A full pie, full
Yes.
plain, full pepperoni, regardless of how many. Because like if you have more people, then you can start adding weird shit. Then you could be like, all right, the third pie, okay, fine. The third pie can be, I don't know, fucking half Supreme, half Meat Lovers, fucking whatever you want, right?
But
like
you're being too generous.
But you need that base.
Whenever you're throwing a
that's
party,
it.
whenever you're throwing a party, right? This is how I do things, right? Whenever I throw a party, I get two pieces for people. I get two things for people, right? People are gonna come by. They're gonna get two things. I get two bland shit for them to do things, and then I'm getting one thing that I like. People want some of the things I like. I'm fine because I'm not gonna finish that by myself. But I'm making sure I'm getting my two things
That's
that people
fair.
just shut the fuck up and won't complain about me having.
Look,
Because
man.
my pet peeve is somebody buying me food and they complain to my face about it. That's one of my pet peeves. The other one would be someone standing behind me and complaining about something I bought for them to eat. That'd be my second. That would lead me to violence. Because I can't see people standing behind me right next to me.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening, bro.
People
Like,
being next to me in general, I don't like it. Don't fucking come near me.
It's so like, the idea of hosting is genericism. It always, whether it's with drinks, whether it's you just get the generic shit. And usually, let's say I've been to so many fucking parties that you already know generic shit's gonna be there. So sometimes,
Yeah.
if you wanted to drink something specific, you would bring it yourself.
You bring it, exactly.
Yeah, like pretty simple. Like chicken,
Yeah.
you bring in chicken, get boneless and non-boneless. Like just that's it. Because there's some
Nah, you don't
there's
get
some
boneless.
There's some
do
people that don't
boneless.
fuck with that shit.
If you don't like bone chicken, you're a fucking slow-mo idiot punk bitch.
I agree. It would
I
kill.
know people that are like, I'm afraid it's gross to eat chicken with bone in it, and I'm like, you should be beat
So you're
savagely
accommodating
for
to
real.
the people that are like vegetarian or just having like a plain pizza whatnot, but someone who's like, oh, I'd rather not have this in there where it has like all the veins and all this stuff like that. I just want to just maybe a slice of breast, and you're like, fuck you.
Fuck
You
you, buy
are
your
a
own fucking
piece of
food.
shit.
Matter of fact, eat it somewhere that's not my fucking home, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, you dumbass.
That is
you
so
stupid
aggressive.
Damn
See,
bitch.
now you were calling us irrational.
Stupid damn bitch. I hate that. People that say that shit make me so fucking irrationally mad.
Why?
All right.
Because so that means your dumbass grew up eating chicken nuggets only? Did you only eat chicken nuggets? Are you fucking slow? You never ate regular chicken? You never ate chicken off the bone? Does that bother you really? You know you have bones too.
I think it does bother
tard.
some people. I've actually
You know you have bones too. Don't you know you have bones too? I love the idea of somebody being like, I don't like bone in chicken. It's like, don't you know you have bones,
Don't you know you
dumbass?
Fucking idiot.
I love that response.
That is such a wild argument.
That makes me so fucking mad.
I will allow it because it's so irrational and so intolerant, and I'm just like, fair enough.
My problem is this, right? I'm not an angry person. When I get angry, I burn really bright. I burn really bright
For
when
like
I'm
the
mad.
dumbest fucking bullshit. We're talking about somebody being so fucking insensitive to like fuck up a pizza, like half a pizza and shit, and you're like, oh, that's crazy that you would even be bothered by that. Some motherfuckers like, hey, I'd prefer to not have bones in my food, and then you're like seething. You want to fucking
It's
attack
like, why the fuck do you want? Like, why? Like, I understand. Look,
It's
I understand
actually
you
very
preferring.
easy.
You having
In
a
fact,
preference.
actually, you know what? Fuck the chicken. I want just the bones. Actually, I only want the bones.
I want marrow.
Give me
I'm
the
in a
bones.
marrow kind of mood. I'm trying to make Jello. I mean,
It's I don't know. I think it's actually a pretty easy argument. Like, 'cause I actually prefer non-bone stuff for two reasons.
fucking stupid ass. I'm gonna keep my. You know what? That's your preference, and you're welcome.
I mean,
to
let's go. I'll fight you
I like anything with bones because I get to eat the bones.
like that. Like if you
I
see,
like-
my thing is, I'm like, then eat the bones, nigga. Get the marrow. My thing
I
is,
like
the
knowing that this thing I'm eating was alive and walking around. That's why I like having bones. I like knowing because that could just be fucking fake meat you're eating with that fucking chicken tendies and shit. This thing that has a bone, I knew this motherfucker was alive. And I'm sucking all the fucking.
Do you think they'll ever make like
flesh off
vegan
of it.
chicken? Do you think they'll ever make like vegan chicken with like fake bones?
That would
probably.
be so fucking redundant. No,
It's
not
made
even
of
redundant.
cardboard?
Sorry, that would be like the antithesis of the reason for doing it. Put fake bones in there.
Well,
be
the
so
idea of
amazing.
just to give
Like,
the
would it
full the full
Celery
experience,
stalks. That they fucking.
You know? Ew,
I don't know what they
that's
do.
so gross. Yeah, like a
Asparagus.
wafer,
Like,
a
what
wafer
the
or
fuck would
something.
you do?
I don't know.
I hate the fucking boneless crowd, man. Like
All right,
I
let's-
understand preferring it. I understand preferring it, but like, ew, I don't eat it with a bone. It's like you weak.
Why is that so?
Weak.
Like, I don't
You're
understand why
prey.
that's.
You're prey.
It is weird to find it gross. I don't understand that.
I mean,
that's
it's
what
easy.
pisses the
Like,
hell out of
there's a lot of there's a lot of people that the like say there's people that like I feel like us here we wouldn't be comfortable slaughtering our own food.
I
You know,
would 100%
skinning
slaughter
it,
my food.
degutting it, prepping it like from scratch. Like it's
I would
probably
for
I
a
a
don't
chicken.
know it. No, I don't
me.
know
I would
it.
for a chicken. For a chicken, I could do it.
So you'll
But,
you'll cut it. You'll cut the chicken's head off.
Dude, I will. I'd do shit to that chicken that would get me canceled. Probably. Like I would kick it in the stomach.
I would place my foot on the chicken's head, and then I would kick it in its body till it died, and then I would go and I'd
that is so crazy.
I wouldn't even stomp
hey,
on its head. It
fucking
was
outrageous.
I'd just start kicking it.
Shout out to
I'd
our
fuck the meat up
vegetarian.
entirely. I would
shout out to our
entirely
vegetarian
ruin the meat doing that to it.
vegan listeners right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck them, and fuck those chickens I killed.
Yeah, no, I for a chicken I could do it. I think for a bigger animal I'd have a harder time. Like a cow and a pig, like I would have a harder time.
Right, so I guess
Dude.
like, even that, like but the idea of
I would drop a heavy rock on a pig's head.
the idea is with the bones and everything, it's reminiscent of the it's reminiscent of the horrible the meat industry that
I
like
guess,
you
yeah.
can kind of separate yourself more from it, even though you're still contributing to it. You just kind of separate yourself more from it, and that's kind of all we do as humans. We're trying to
That's
separate
true.
ourselves from all of the atrocities in the world. So that's kind of
That's
another
you.
step
That's
of it.
There's some there
No,
is
that's
something about the
everybody.
bone.
You're a
There is
pussy,
something
that's
about the
why I love the
There's
atrocity.
something
That shit makes
there's
me
something about the
happy.
bone though. There's something about the bone though that like I don't know, like ribs off the bone, like there's something just the experience of eating something with a bone, like I like it. It's I don't know if it's like a ape brain thing or what.
No,
but
absolutely.
The more
I think so.
niggas that suffer,
Something
the
on
more sounder I sleep, bro. I fucking love it, bro.
Anyway,
that's
let's
why I love
get some-
sleeping now.
let's
It's
get
so
some
many
more-
people having a bad time.
thinks I'm such a fucking psychopath.
Nah, dude, I'm riled up because of that bone shit, dude.
I'm such a nice
fucking
guy.
Woke. I'm awake now.
all right,
I'm awake.
let's move on. Let's move on to some. We gotta get some more questions out of the way.
Yeah, let's go.
Capricious Simp wrote in. Says, greetings, Minority Report. I've been made aware of a Hatsune Miku and Set It Off collab from a while ago, and I was struck by how odd of a combo it was. What is the weirdest collab, music or anything really, you've seen, or what is the collab that you desperately want to be real? Stay glazed.
I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Do they mean Set It Off, that lesbian movie from like the 90s?
So I don't know,
was like
but I know
Set It Off?
Hatsune Miku. I know Hatsune Miku enough to know that it's anime mixed with something that probably is very not anime at all. So like the thing that came to mind immediately when I read this was when Linkin Park did that thing with Jay-Z.
That was a collab.
Like
That
in-house-
was really cool.
That was
It was
very,
cool, but I remember being like
yeah.
at the time I was like really caught off guard by that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to be
The thing
what
about
you
that
want.
period
Hope.
of time is that
to me to
Chester
be
was a hip
hope.
hop fan. That's the reason why that was like wasn't the wildest thing to me. Because he would be at hip hop shows constantly. That's like on MTV. He's like Chester Bennett spotted at this rap show, and it's just like people are like, "That's weird. He likes rap," and it's like, "Well, yeah, probably. He's of that proper age to really enjoy rap music."
Yeah, I don't know. That's the one that came to mind immediately. I'm sure there are other ones, but
You know what we need? We need a Ku Klux Klan ISIS collab, bro. That'd be fire, bro. That'd be
yeah.
Happening.
Is ISIS even a thing anymore?
the Ku Klux Klan.
They're laying low. They're laying low.
They're
It's Hamas's
on-
time to shine now. They're like
Hamas is
they're
on.
fucking they're apex right now.
You know when your enemy's like down and the guy comes in, he's like, I got you, don't worry, I'll take all the rest of the fight. That's how Maz like walking into the battle. I'll do the rest, don't worry.
It's like fucking fucking. Oh, wait, never mind. That didn't happen. That was my revisionist history of. I was thinking of Luke Skywalker shows up to rescue them people in Force Awakens. I just retcon that shit in my head.
You just made a better movie in your head.
Oh yeah, like, you know what, Luke,
and you believed it.
I was like, Luke shows up to save them, which should have happened. But okay.
Remember Luke Skywalker showed up as a fucking Vision, bro? Vision, bro. Remember everybody was tripping on LSD and saw Luke Skywalker.
Dude, I don't, man. I got nothing to say about all that.
I want to sneaker collab with I want a D&D Jordan sneaker collab. I'd like that.
A D&D what?
A D&D Jordan sneaker collab.
Did you see Sam and Frodo playing D&D? I'm seeing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Elijah Wood is cool as fuck, bro. I've always thought Elijah Wood was a cool dude.
Yeah, but Sean Astin's a cunt.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not the best.
I didn't know.
I don't know. I'm being mean because he blocked me on Twitter, and I still don't really.
Because you flamed him so many times vocally,
what?
dude.
What? Wait. You said you don't. Wait, is this true? Wait.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if it's still true.
But why?
I don't know. I had a joke a while ago.
A lot of times.
No,
that
was a joke.
Did.
That was just a joke. That wasn't like real.
That's so awesome.
Sean Astin.
The fuck, Sam, you bitch.
Yeah, you're blocked. Sean Astin. You can't follow or see Sean Astin's posts.
That is fucking awesome. Now, do you think he went out of his way to do it, or it was a block list?
I think it was a block list. I don't think it was like the joke that I was running with for a while is because I made fun of him in Stranger Things and I laughed at him for dying.
That's right.
But like that's not real. Like I did that interpersonally. I think I tweeted about it once, but I didn't tag him. So and also that's a weird thing for like any actor. I doubt he's that sensitive. But like I think it was probably like a block list or like a just something that he signed up for that he didn't realize. He didn't realize that he was alienating himself from the best friend he could have had. But that's his fucking loss. You know.
Well,
fuck that mix and match and put in a stew ass motherfucker.
Anyway,
sick of that.
Saddest substance. Parentheses. It has not come. Wrote in. Hey, piss Smedrick and Chris Brown's strongest soldier. Nice. Remember that when you went to bat for Chris Brown?
I didn't go to bat. I just he just made a mistake. I agree.
Remember that how you defended everything?
I didn't.
I hope you're all doing well. Play the tape.
Good.
Sometimes you gotta hit a bitch, you know.
Hope you're all doing well. You've been granted an audience with a ghost of your choosing. You got to ask them 2 questions. Who do you summon and what do you ask? Their ghost permanently dies forever after this, by the way, so they can't I guess they just can't be revived of this. Thanks for the show, fellas. It feels good in my ear snails. Ew, I don't like that you brought that up. I hate that. I hate thinking about those things.
That they're literally like circles or spirals.
Just like the thing in your ear that looks like a snail that just like vibrates around and it's all I don't know. I don't like being very aware of the components that make me up as a living creature. Like even just being aware of the fact that our bones are at the center of us is like kind of I don't know. It's upsetting to think about. Anyway, if we could we've been granted an audience with a ghost. We could choose any dead person, I guess. Bring it back to life. We get 2 questions and then they're dead forever. Who are we willing to kill forever, basically, for our own to satiate our own curiosity?
So obviously, there's like the real answer. Like I'm like, oh, my mom, but like, nah.
Cameron Boyce.
I want to do something fun. So like, who?
I have a great one. I have one at least. I have one. I would get Lance Reddick, and I would ask him to record a cool ringtone for me, or like a voicemail.
That'd be cool.
And that's it. I don't even need a second question.
I have one that's really stupid.
Would resurrect Jason David Frank, the Green/White Ranger, and ask him if he'd be cool if I can pipe his daughter.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine being at peace, like at permanent peace, and then being pulled out of it just so some fucking nerd can ask you like, hey, bro, can I pipe your daughter?
Is his daughter hot?
Yeah, she's pretty attractive. She's pretty attractive.
But then what happens? What happens if he says no, and then you're like, "Damn,
I'm gonna do
it's a
it.
shame
I'm
you're
gonna
dead.
ask again
It's a
because I
shame-
got 2 questions.
I'm gonna ask again. That's great.
I would. So
That's
first,
so insane.
I'd bring back.
Answer wisely, Jason David Frank.
Please,
That's your second question. Is please.
please. All right, man. Then he just dies.
I'd be like, I'd bring back Jesus, and I'd be like, "Yo, were you really that lit?" I'd bring back Jesus like,
Were you really that
lit?
He would be like, he'd be like, what?
He'd say it was in Aramaic, and I'd be like, were you like, were you like this, or were you like,
Yeah.
like, were you like this? This is so wildly ignorant.
I would be curious about that too. Like, I think I would add, Jesus is a good answer. Because
That would
it'd
be
like,
cool.
Yo, what the
Because
fuck?
then you can see, if there
The holes in
actually
his
is like an actual Jesus existed, and see what the fuck he actually looked like, and not this Spanish ass fucking version of him.
It's just
Jesus
me?
Cristo.
Is this
Hey,
a picture of me? That'd be
Hey,
so.
hey, you! What's
bothersome.
your no? See, what would happen is you would resurrect a guy actually named Jesus Cristo or whatever, and it would not
Yeah.
be the actual guy that they're referring to, because whatever his real
Well,
name is, we need to find out that.
Well, if you could theoretically just sort of bypass that, and it's already
Okay.
magic
I
anyway.
like it.
So
All
like
right.
the idea of like,
So it
I
just
want
knows.
the real Jesus
it
Christ.
knows. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I want
that'd be
that
interesting.
Jewish nigga from Bethlehem that was born because his mom fucked the wind. I want that one
yeah.
born.
I want Jesus Christ from the basis of Christianity. I want to see him. I want to see him, and I want to ask him just anything really. His reaction, I think, would say a lot, because if he's freaked out by the fact that he's alive again, then a lot. Then you're already off to a good start.
No.
You know,
And then, like, the
You're already
next
off to a
one, I'd be
pretty
like,
good start.
Who's another one I'd ask?
it's like you should be familiar with this.
I would ask Hitler, like, yo, why were you tripping so hard, bro?
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
one.
why were you walling so hard? Like, dude, like, did you
He's
even
like,
believe it?
Did you read my book?
I would want to ask
black
the
boy?
Mine book?
See, I would bring
My
back.
struggle.
See, I would actually. Now that you brought up Hitler, I think I would bring back. And I don't know if they're dead for sure, but like I would bring back the people who turned him away from art school, and
Chris,
ask
they're
them.
definitely dead, Chris.
Well, I
They're
mean,
Chris, they're definitely
we're
dead.
99% sure. Yeah.
How would they be alive?
I don't know. Maybe they fell in ice.
Dude, that's so stupid. They'd still be dead. They'd still be dead.
No, but I would bring them back, and I would be like, "What was it? Like, I saw the paintings. Like, they're fine. Like, they're completely. Like, why'd you do that? Do you like? I think I would. I think I would
That's
want
not their fault. You cannot blame them for that. That's
no, I'm not
crazy.
necessarily blaming them. There's no
I
blame
am.
necessarily, but I am saying
That's
I am going to
crazy.
tell them. I want them to know. I do want them to know that their stinginess kind of led to the extermination of millions of Jews
Yo,
That's
Hitler-
and
not-
altered history.
Do you
forever.
know
Fuck my
history?
girl.
That's not. It's not their. There's so many other people to blame instead
Right,
of them.
right,
There's so
but
many
Kingston,
people
Hitler
that
fucked
deserve
my
to
girl,
blame
man.
more than them.
But Kingston,
That's
it's
what
not
makes it
not.
fucking hilarious.
No, but Kingston, it's not their fault either.
Do you know what you guys did? You know what you all did? You guys, not America and France and everybody taxing Germany to the point that they almost fell apart. No. You did this.
Yeah, but
You
Hitler was
did-
Hitler was the ideological framework for the type of atrocity that happened. Like, I'm sure like a war would have happened still, but like I don't know if you would have had fucking concentration camps without Hitler. Like, I don't think
your
that's
man's. You did this.
like you did that because you just looked at this painting and just arbitrarily decided it wasn't good enough. It's like, why? He clearly can draw. He clearly can paint.
Hitler fucked his girl, the person that had the
Maybe.
it was like not. It was just political.
Man, can you imagine if that was really the reason? Like if like Hitler fucked their daughter or like their wife or something, or their ex-girlfriend or something, and then there's like, listen, he can paint, but like he's not allowed here. Imagine if the Holocaust was purely because of a woman.
On some,
That's
it's probably
insane.
is.
That'd be awesome.
You could probably, honestly, if you probably look back far, you could probably find it is. I feel like every problem is a woman's fault if you like really dig into it. But let's not Let's not harken on that.
Very
though.
biblical of you.
Because the wrong crowd's gonna take that up, but I feel like I'm not kidding. Not to be sexist.
That reminds me. Not to be sexist. It's just women's fault.
He just said
no,
that.
I'm saying this as someone that's removing. Like I understand what it sounds like, and I understand that it's.
This is Chris Brown again. You're just.
No. I
You're off
understand
on
what
this
it sounds
tangent.
like, but if you probably look back far enough, you can find every problem is caused by a woman, not through intent of the woman being terrible. Not of intent of the man.
But that doesn't matter, Casey. You just said it's all women's fault.
But yes, but it's probably not because of the reasons of the woman being terrible. It's like oh, for this.
But
bitch.
does it matter? Does it matter if does it matter if the Holocaust happens, whether like because somebody is terrible or not? Like the end result is still the Holocaust.
Not really. It depends on why things happen. There needs to be plot. There has to be exposition.
Not if
there
the
needs to be
outcome is
exposition,
still.
Chris. You got to find out what characters are at play and why things happen.
No, but not if the outcome is still heinous and evil and awful. It doesn't really matter.
But there's no character, Chris.
All right, so theorize to me how it was a woman's fault with Hitler leading to causing a Holocaust or committing a Holocaust.
Before we get into this, I do want to mention that it is annoying to see that whole because there's a quote that goes around often. It's like behind every great man is a great woman, but then like Hitler shows up and suddenly it's like it was him. Let's
be
at
real.
least share, and if you're gonna take the credit, take the blame as well.
Yeah, it's one of those feel-good quotes that are meaningless, of course.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real at all. I feel like behind every great woman's a great man. It's like, no. Like, usually these people are terrible.
Yeah. Let's be real.
In fact, every great person throughout history has probably been, like, very awful, actually. Like, if you really look into it.
Yeah.
They're awful to the people that lose to them.
I love that joke that Shane Gillis joke about George Washington being this 6-foot-tall ginger retard with fucking wooden teeth, barreling through the fucking woods, screaming, like
terrorizing trees.
Like he was. George Washington was obscenely tall for the time.
He was.
That's terrifying. But
because everybody's bloodline was all muddy and the same, and he probably was the only person that had a little bit of different genealogy, and he was. Giant.
No, I think it was actually the opposite. I think.
No, it was it was actually way. Everybody was inbred to shit because people.
No, you're not listening to
towns.
Me. No, you didn't hear what I said, and you jumped off, which is very, very, it's very you. But what I'm saying is, that George Washington, I would argue, is probably like the most inbred of all of them.
Maybe everybody came over to America. It's probably different towns. I think at that time.
Bro, well, at the very least, he ended up at the state that he was in at the end of his career was ostensibly where he would have been if he was inbred. He had lead teeth. Did you know that?
Hey, bro, shit happened. I thought
he had lead teeth. That is fucking crazy. That dude was seeing. That dude was seeing fucking spiders and like demons everywhere. Probably was completely illegible because his teeth were probably in completely wrong.
That's how he won.
That's why he won in freedom.
Yeah, that's how he won.
He
had some psycho off lead, like seeing lead visions, screaming through the woods, hacking British soldiers to pieces.
That's why
they had the best
freedom,
resources. Bro. The Brits, they had everything. They easily could have trounced us, but this dude, he saw colors that nobody else could see. He saw things. He peered into parallel universes where you can see different outcomes.
Yeah, he probably saw the enemy's speech bubbles from like across the horizon. It's like, there they are. I see them. They're saying and like translate exactly what they're saying because he's that fucking completely detached from the material world. He's like ascended into the astral plane.
He had those lead teeth and he saw Hiroshima and he's like, "We're gonna win this. I'm sure of it."
He saw the future. He's like,
"We're gonna win. We're gonna do way." He
saw
bigger
Kim
things than
Kardashian's
this.
ass.
He was like,
he saw Kim Kardashian's
shit.
ass, and he was like, "We're gonna win.
We're
gonna be okay.
We're gonna do way bigger things than we're doing right now. Trust me." And he ran into the woods with two axes the size of regular people, and just started spinning, cutting people in half. He looked like
he saw fucking
devil.
He saw fucking BioShock Infinite, and he was like, "Yo, that's my future. That's what I'm gonna turn into."
Could you imagine you walk in a room and George Washington staring at a wall, and but in his mind he's watching BioShock gameplay, and he's like, "Yo, this is fucking gas.
The idea, so what I love about this is like there's so much historical significance on like the idea of being able to interact with George Washington at all, right? And just being able to share anything with him. And the idea of just like, hey, I got George Washington here. He's back from the dead for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. You have the floor with him for the next 10 minutes, and then he's gone forever. And then some kid walks up to him, pulls out his phone, goes to look at this, and it's the first 10 minutes of BioShock. That is fucking insane.
He'd be like, yo, maybe everyone should be free, dog. Yo, maybe freedom's the way to go. And he leaves, he's like, thank you, kid.
No, he'd probably scream, cry, and then
he's the father of our nation. He wouldn't cry. He's no pussy.
He cried all the time.
You know how many of our ancestors he killed?
His brain was on lead, dude. Like he was probably crying just because he's probably crying, running from his shadows.
Or he's probably fighting those shadows and whooping their asses.
I heard he spent the last remaining years of his life just trying to build BioShock Infinite Patriot. Where he was just like, how do I do this? I need to figure this out.
He spent the last 10 years just like trying to wave dash like he was in Melee, bro. He's a fucking king.
He saw George Washington at the end of his life wave dashing in his fucking home.
He's sliding throughout the bedroom, and it's like, yo, this guy's nasty with it, bro.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more, and then
I love the revisionist history creative wave dashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we need to
with two large axes.
Maybe we need to rewrite the Revolutionary War, like how it really happened. What did it say? Oh, the truth. Extra ammo. The truth about the Revolutionary War.
Yes.
We tell it from what
That's
they
a great
don't want
idea.
you to know.
Yeah. The Snark Tank writes American history. That's great.
Crazy. You go back in time and the British Empire is just black people. The whole time they were all black people. They're all
right, let's not get carried away.
I was like, how is that?
We got to move to the rubber reality.
The amount of shit we would have to do to like to get to where we are now is like actually really tragic.
What happened, think about it. There has to be a God, and God has to have shown up and did something to us for us to end up reversed.
God left for a little bit. He shows up and then he's like he drops his coffee. Like, what? How did this happen? I gotta correct this. And then he
zap.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny that this. Okay, last question. Perfect tie-in from balls with a balls the bang dicky.
Nice.
Terrible name, but thank you for writing in. Hello, my favorite N-word sayers. What is a piece of media that you cannot possibly understand the amount of praise it receives? Here's a starter for me. BioShock Infinite is hot fucking garbage. I hate that. I hate that 2 should have been aimed at Infinite. Yeah. So that's it's so funny that was brought up. That never BioShock never comes up pretty much ever.
Right. That's true.
in our comments, like maybe like very rarely, but the idea that it would come up now.
First of all, I think it's I just don't like the hyperbole when people talk about shit. Like the fact that they would say Infinite is hot fucking garbage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So fucking absurd. Like there's a lot of people that were saying it was underwhelming. They're like, I didn't really like it. But hot garbage is a fucking crazy thing to say.
That's one that bothers me a lot when people don't like. There are things that I don't like, right? That people like a lot, right?
100%.
But when people say something that objective, like you just don't like it, to say it's dog shit is insane. That is a maddening thing for me. It's like, how can you how? Did you absorb it? Did you absorb this thing? Or are you just saying you don't like it because you thought you don't like? Like for me personally, I really don't understand the hate, the degree of hate that Last of Us 2 gets. I don't understand why it gets that degree of hate, but I do understand why it's disliked.
Let's be real. Like the biggest wave of hate are the same people that were mad at the Starfield pronouns. That's the main wave of hate. But the other light criticisms, right? There was just really the only 2 criticisms. Really, well, actually, there's really only one criticism. Just the killing off Joel really fast, and then the pacing, it's a little, it's like jumbled around. I feel like those are the only two main things.
The big one, the structure of the game. The way that game is structured. Everything could have been exactly the same. Joel could have died at that same point if the game was structured differently. It was not structured well.
I still would have. I just feel like if you're good, it's like I rewatched Castlevania on Netflix recently to watch Nocturne. Mm-hmm. And Castlevania it's the way that it's perfect writing. It's one of those things where it's hard to use that word, but the way that I'm like, oh, this is how you write a story. This is how you tie up everything in a nice, neat bow and have everybody satisfied. They wrote it
except for the ending where Dracula and his wife come back in and like Alucard's just sad, but he's still kind of sad that he had to kill his dad and stuff. Like other than that, it was dope. The ending, the last few moments
everyone
of the
survived.
Ending was stupid.
They have no revenge in their heart. They survive. They will fucking. They said we'll leave him be for now, but we'll meet up with him later. Because it's kind of inappropriate to be like, hey, just right away.
After all the shit he's been through, they just show back up and he's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm really tucked
everything kind of got tied together in a nice neat bow.
It was a nice wrap up. I like
it. Right,
yeah.
In a way that this is how you write a story. And then there's Neil Druckmann where he's like, I want to go against the grain in every way possible. Right, but we don't need to rehash it. But it's just like. But yeah,
I think
Go ahead.
It's the structure for sure. I think the order that things happen, certain things happen way too early. I don't know the point. I don't think there was really much of a point in doing it, structuring it in a non-linear style, where you would go back and live through. There's a lot of problems with that game for sure, but a lot of the vehement hatred comes from psychos.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know. My criticism of that game is my criticism for a lot of games, even games that I love, is that it's just it's too long. It overstays its welcome. It runs out of new things to show you halfway through, and then you've still got 50% of the game left, and you're like, oh shit, nothing new is happening outside of story beats that really could have been written a little bit tighter. It's the same problem that I have with Death Stranding and Red Dead 2 and all these games that these are games that I love, but
in a non-fantasy setting, you run out of shit to do quick. You can do things, but it's the literal same thing. Oh, I'm just gonna blast people. And
it's different than Baldur's Gate or something where I understand why Baldur's Gate needs to be over 100 hours because there's just so much you can do.
Yeah.
But
bro, there's a Gordon Ramsay in the game that I just learned about. There's a Gordon Ramsay chef where he's just saying Gordon Ramsay lines. I just discovered this a little while ago.
Is it in the lower city?
No, he has to. Yeah, he's in the lower city.
He's in the lower city. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I didn't know about this until very recently, and I was like, dude, there's so. It just made. I was like, damn, god damn it, there's so much. I sunk in 170 hours, and I'm still missing a lot of shit, and I'm like, dude, this is insane.
It's just so crazy. The Last of Us 2 has a lot of problems, but it's. I don't know. The hate for it's pretty insane.
But BioShock Infinite, what is the biggest problems you think it has?
So I think a lot of people going from BioShock to BioShock Infinite were expecting more of a horror game, more of a kind of an immersive sim style game like the original BioShock was, and what they got was more of a linear narrative based action shooter. Which is, I guess, fair. I guess the only issue that I have with that really is I loved BioShock Infinite. I thought it was great. I think it's still a great game.
I like it a lot.
I remember specifically actually liking the combat quite a bit, but a lot of people had a problem with the combat. They didn't really like it that much, which I understand to some degree. The controls were a little weird. But I think ultimately what really bothered people was the trailers didn't match. The teaser trailers didn't. The promise of the trailers didn't match what the game was. So But as somebody who was only kind of cursorily, I wasn't really paying that much attention to BioShock Infinite.
I didn't pay attention to it all, actually. I think
so. Yeah, I just saw. I think I was looking forward to it as it was leading up to release, but by the time that I was interested in BioShock Infinite, the marketing material was representative of what the game was. You know what I mean? I didn't watch the trailer from 3 years before, and building up some weird. Oh, it's gonna be the original BioShock, but crazy. I had a pretty good idea of what it was going to be by the time I was getting excited for it, and it lived up to that for me. But yeah, I don't know. It's a black sheep, and I think it's probably because BioShock 2 came out and established the idea of BioShock is a series about this, about Rapture, about
and so like
horror elements.
Did they expect?
And
So like the actual ambiance of horror, and not like say being in, because to me, I love the idea of being in this quote unquote utopia when it's clearly fucking a dystopia. Like I love that. I love that.
That to me, like that to me is what BioShock is. Like BioShock is like, here's this grand place that has like a dark undertone, and it's like it's got fantastical elements, and the experience of BioShock is moving throughout that world and like uncovering secrets of it. Like it's not necessarily horror or like survival horror or immersive sim or like any type of genre. It's more like a vibe. And the thing that happened with Bioshock 1 happened, that was great. And then the creator of Bioshock 1 went specifically to make Bioshock Infinite, and in between, another team within the same publishing family made Bioshock 2 off of the first one. So there was like an established trend for that series.
Yeah.
At that point to be like, oh, it's going to be just like the Bioshock series is going to be like Bioshock 1 all the time. Whereas to me, it was just like always like, to me, like the second I finished the first Bioshock, I was like, oh, this is clearly going to be like, if this is going to be a series at all, it's going to be a series about crazy cities and, you know, dark undertones and like weird kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I think it kind of ruined people's expectations of what Bioshock is supposed to be.
I'm curious about the Steam reviews, because I always feel like that's a really good representation of how people feel retroactively. And like, say, looking at Resident Evil 5, for example, I think it suffered from a lot of the same problems. Like, even the fucking colors and everything of Infinite and Resident Evil 5, very similar, very vibrant. Yeah. And but people look back fondly on Resident Evil 5. They had a lot of fun with it. So I'm wondering,
vibrant?
Huh?
You'd call Resident Evil 5 vibrant?
Compared to any other Resident Evil fucking game in the series? Absolutely.
It uses bright tan a lot in the very beginning, I guess.
Bro, there's a lot of sun in that fucking, more than any other Resident Evil. Like, you are outside a lot.
Because in the very beginning, it's brighter, and then it gets very dark.
No, because then you even go to the marshes, which is actually my favorite. My favorite part is the marshes. That's my favorite part of the game.
Marshes bright?
It's sunny, dude. It is bright and sunny.
I mean, it's the sun's out, but everything's so dark and like
it's
muddy
not.
brown
And there's
green.
fucking green marsh, and then there's huts.
Everything's like brown green. Like I guess I granted,
dude. Compared to any of the other games where it's just fuck cities,
yes,
and then like fucking Spanish fucking gray, like it's
Spanish gray.
It's the tone was a very large shift for two people. I said, like, I didn't feel the same. I loved being like, this is where I'm at. I'm on a very sunny continent, and but there's still a bunch of people trying to kill me. And
the game's very brown. The game's very brown in every sense.
I love the marshes, man. When those dudes just fucking come, they have like
on the fucking boats
and mask and shit.
On
and
the
then you just
boats, and then
whoop
you gotta
their
shoot
asses
on the boats,
hard,
and then you gotta go inside the fucking tribal area where these
So
people
the
that are
Steam's
not bothering anybody were invaded and infected. They weren't bothering anyone at all.
Hey, I gotta
they
collect
were
some
just
shit.
Being here.
I gotta collect some pieces to open that gate. For whatever reason, it's scattered amongst the marshes. I don't know why. Why they would do something that stupid.
It's such a Resident Evil puzzle.
Because they're not bothering anybody.
So,
like, literally, the fact that he got infected is so sad.
All right.
What's up?
So, the Bioshock Infinite reviews, 100,000 reviews, very positive.
Yeah.
So I think generally people have agreed. Like I do think it might have disappointed people leading up to like launch and what people are expected, but like what the game is very good.
Yeah.
Like, it's a linear, narrative-based action shooter, and I think it does a really good job at doing that. Dude, we would kill for a game like this today.
100%.
Like, if this game came out today, people would be like, yo, oh my god, finally, a complete game with a complete story that isn't loaded with bullshit. Did you guys happen to see, and we'll move on to the credits after this.
Right.
But did you guys see the the new video of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League?
Yeah.
The newest,
Well, I saw the thing where they tried to shoot the Flash, and I'm like, that's funny because that's what would happen. He'd sit behind the person shooting him, like, oh, did you hit him? Like, I think that's funny. But like, other than that, I know people that made that game. It's have fun.
Have
fun. That's all I gotta say.
It's just so, dude. The UI. I tweeted about it. It's the first tweet I've done in a while.
Oh, that was from that game.
Yeah, it's the UI.
I didn't know what
like
that
we're
was.
yeah, that's the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game where like there's just a million things on screen at once and it looks so fucking heinous.
Look, I hope you can turn it off. Like in a lot of games, they give you options of how much you want on your user interface or your HUD. So I hope that you can turn that shit off. That shit's crazy.
It is so. There's so much information on screen that it is actually mind-boggling. Like it is crazy that this went through any kind of, especially the fact that this game was delayed a year. So like this is the polished version of whatever they had, and I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't have a lot of faith. 9 years they spent making this. So,
damn.
I
hope
think
it was worth it.
That's fun.
That's the
What
last
a fucking money pit. I don't know.
I know,
It'll be
dude.
fun, but
It's gonna be like Duke Nukem forever or some shit.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't think it's going to be like a horrendous game, but I do think it's going to be a really fucking underwhelming. Like it's going to be like maybe like mid to low 70s. I would bet.
Unfortunately, they missed out on the Suicide Squad was popular in the 2010s when they released their new fucking run of comics with New 52 in it. Oh, not New 52. That was before New 52. But it was just like right on the tail end of it. That was really when they should have capitalized on that shit. But they just did Arkham Asylum. So there was no plans of fucking with anything like that. Like the movies came out, but at that point, fucking the people are already done with it. The comic people are already like, I'm good. I don't need.
Yeah,
more.
the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie flopped in the box office, which is a shame.
That
because
sucks. That movie was fun.
It's a great movie. It's actually like it's definitely the best Suicide Squad movie.
Did it come out? They came out COVID time, so of course it flunked.
Yeah, but it came out.
Was it after? I think it might have been
during.
Yeah, I think you're right because I remember seeing it on HBO Max really quickly and being like,
okay, that makes sense.
Suicide Squad. Oh, it's called The Suicide Squad, right? Yeah, The Suicide Squad, 2021. So yeah,
holy shit, this
really
UI is horrible.
In the thick of it.
Holy shit,
dude. I hope he can just turn that shit because. That's,
dude, this makes Baldur's Gate look simple. This makes Baldur's Gate UI look simple, and Baldur's Gate's UI is like CRPG style UI, and it's like almost like meant to be complicated,
right?
In some way,
everything's available to you to see right then, and it's like
right there,
because it's like what you call it. It's like WoW to me. Like if you played WoW, it looks like that's how WoW.
Yeah,
looks.
you gotta
like
take
that.
time.
That's why I could never play WoW. I hate really busy UIs. Like it bothers. I think it's why I love Dead Space so much. Like Dead Space's UI is fucking amazing. Granted, it's a very different game. It's trying to do a very different thing, but like. Yeah. The fact that your health bar is on your back,
super clever. That's super clever.
The health bar being on your back.
Part.
I mean, it's all just like so fucking intelligent. I love
how much that game is Metroid. You know, like so much of that game is just Metroid. I'm like, I like this a lot. I really enjoy this. And then two is just two's ridiculous, and then three is just insane.
Did you play
one of the most fun I've played in the multiplayer? That era of multiplayer was very fun. That was like Resident Evil fucking 5 and like Dead Space 3 era multiplayer was just such a good time.
I actually never played number 3 at all.
3's insane.
It's not very good without a partner. It's a good co-op game, but that kind of defeats the purpose of Dead Space. Did you play Kingston the remake?
I haven't finished. No, I finished. Yeah, I finished it already. Very good,
dude.
Very good. It improves the game in a lot of ways. It's just a fun game to play. I'm definitely more on RE3. Like I still play RE3 every day. I play that game I play Missionaries every day because I love killing those people. I just love killing everybody. It makes my heart happy.
I love killing everybody.
I just love killing those. It makes my heart feel good.
Nice.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Playing as 801 and just like watching those titties move around, it makes my day, bro.
Bro, just slap on the new mod real fast. I promise you, 5 minutes. Just fluffy manager, just 801 mod, drag it in there, it's on. Like it's that fast. It's literally that fast. Like you have to.
I have a Steam Deck now, so I could probably just stream it in my freaking in my living room.
I mean, I still think you should expose her breasts. So just saying.
All right.
They made her
Yeah.
so hot for no reason, bro. That is the best glow up in video games by far. She was even not hot in the first one, but like nowadays she's just crazy hot.
Did you
I'm like, nice.
did you guys see the actress for Mary Jane talking on Twitter about how like Spider-Man fans are fucking freaks and because they were like harassing her about how ugly she looked in the game
because she's
or something?
mid or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man fans are weird, bro.
It is a shame.
Very, very
It's
weird.
insane that they.
The thing, you know what really bothers me about that entire conversation is that like I actually feel like there's an intelligent conversation to be had about like why certain studios are so bad at translating their actors into their games and other studios are really good at it.
Yeah.
Like there's like because I don't think the people who are like, oh, Mary Jane's ugly in Spider-Man 2, I don't think they're wrong. Like when you see the actress,
No,
it's
they're not
confusing. Wrong. It's really confusing how they botched her in that way. And then like how like you have other studios that do like a fucking amazing job. But then the conversation always goes to like fucking this woman's fucking ugly. They modeled her after a fucking writer. It's not even real, which is insane. That conspiracy theory that like they modeled her after a writer instead and it's like a self-insert. It just gets bogged down by all these like stupid conversations.
I agree.
But there's an actual conversation to be had. It's like, why are certain studios so bad at translating their models into the game engines?
Because the only character that looks good in that game to me is Miles. I think Miles looks good, and I think Rio's game character looks.
I think
like
Kraven
her.
looks good.
I think Kraven looks good too. Yes.
But yeah, but I do
just
agree.
think
A
that
lot of
MJ
the
looks
models,
bad, actually.
a lot of the models.
Yeah.
There's a handful of the models that look pretty like iffy. Mary Jane does look weird. There was that like I had that thing. I didn't even get to the conversation because that wasn't the thing that bothered me. But they were showing the comparison. It was Chun-Li and Mary Jane, and they were trying to say, "Oh, this is 16-year-old Chun-Li and this is 20-year-old." And the thing that bothered me was the fact that I've seen this narrative going around.
Yeah.
I've seen this narrative that I'm like, okay, because people are going after the Street Fighter 2 fucking lore and being, this is their age in Street Fighter 2, so given all these years later, this is how old they are in fucking Street Fighter 6. And I'm like, that is so asinine to me that, like, everybody would be old fucking senior citizens in the game.
They're not senior citizens. They're all about 50, though.
No, they're not.
They are about 50.
No, they're not. They are absolutely unequivocally
Derek,
not.
Derek, I can prove to you.
You can't.
They're about 50 right now. I can literally prove it to you.
They are not. Dude, none of them have gray fucking hair.
Ken's son is a teenager now. Ken had his son 6 years after 2.
No, he didn't.
After 2.
No,
Yes.
he didn't.
How old? He literally
didn't.
did. 3 takes place 6 years after 2. What are you talking about? It literally does. The beginning of 3 takes place 6 years after 2 because it's 4 years after 4.
Who's telling you this timeline?
There is a timeline.
There is not
it's
an official
not 100%
timeline.
like the most correct.
No, there is
thing,
no
but it's a
official timeline. The only time when you get some little kernels, 3 is the latest other than 6. And in 3,
no, actually you're wrong. The end of 5 is later than 3.
What the hell are you talking? Are you talking about DLC?
No DLC. The end of 5 is after 3.
No, it's not.
It literally is.
No, it absolutely is not.
It literally
3 is, bro. No, oh my god, no, it's not. No, 3.
Derek, it literally is.
No, dude. How much you want to bet?
Derek,
how much you want to bet?
It literally is.
How much do you want to bet?
It literally, the end of 5. The end of 5.
The end.
Is
So the story
after
of
3.
5, which takes place there is a linear story in 5 that does not take place over years.
Before it, because look,
bro.
right? Let me explain.
Street Fighter 5 does not take. Dude, there's a story.
Let me explain.
The story is the lore.
Let me explain. The end of 5.
What is the end of 5 to you? What are you talking about?
Is after Ken talks about already training Sean. After he met Laura, he already trained Sean. Sean is already trained by him. It's done. It's finished. That is what happens in 3.
Dude,
he meets Sean and trains him in 3.
No, dude, you're thinking of Third. Are you thinking of like Third Strike?
Yes.
Dude, there is a lot of Street Fighter 3 versus the second and the third. There is more time that has passed. Like Third Strike is the absolute. Look at, dude. I actually when I drove to California, I was bored and I just watched a very recent the time just explaining this guy. It's called the Insane Lore of Street Fighter because they had an the Insane Lore tech. And I watched his videos.
Yeah, I think I heard.
So I was just having fun. This guy breaks it just even recently breaks it down. And no, 3 is the latest unequivocally. But the point being is that there is talk of Ryu being in his 30s in Street Fighter 3. And
Yeah,
so
there's talk.
and
That
Street
makes
Fighter
sense.
6 is, people are trying to speculate how much later it is. People are either in their late 30s or early 40s. They're like it, and to show you, none of them had fucking gray ass hair. Like there is a representation of people that are old.
You know who got his gray hair now? Actually, Honda. He's the only person that's starting to go gray. Literally, it's Honda. Zangief has wrinkles now.
They all look mature, but they don't have what you would say, oh, these people are absolutely obviously middle-aged. And it's not like they shy away from that, because there's plenty of old people throughout Street Fighter, the series. Like, there's people that are like, Gen is an old man. Like, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is this, right, Derek? Okay, so if we're gonna go strictly their early 40s, right? Which I disagree with, right? 3 is years after 2, right? 3 is years. It's been a while after 2. You would say, right? At least 3 is by itself, right?
Yeah.
Ken has a little son in 3. The little kid is small. He has 2 kids, but he has one little boy in 3, right?
Probably. I don't remember if he is.
Ken's son
I don't remember how old
is
he
a
is.
teenager now. A whole ass teen now.
Where do you see that?
In the Ken story, and you play 6 after you beat Ken's story, you see him looking out a window like, I really miss you, son. I'll see you soon. And he's a teenager. That's a teenage boy now.
Okay, so what do you think? Like 15 years later?
He's 40. He's at least 40 and some change.
No,
Maybe
that
not
would mean
upper 40s.
That would mean probably because in Street Fighter, in the early ones, they were in their 20s.
Yeah, they were 21
So
when
by
they left, when they
logic,
started fighting.
if you went like, let's say 15 years later, that would make mid 30s. Even if
I
you're
would give
18,
him
that
at
would
least
mean
40.
late 30s. If they were in their early 20s in Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, they were early 20s. I would say 4
Yeah, so even if
is
you went
after he already
15
won the
years later,
championship
it would
the first
probably
time.
be, bro, when I was 15 years ago, I was 20. You know what I'm saying? How time works?
That's true, right? But
Like,
what just happened? Because in 2, they weren't even married yet.
yeah,
Well,
so
which
then
no,
they got
Guile's
pregnant
sister-
they got pregnant with the daughter in 2. And then
Yes, at the end of 2, he got pregnant.
actually no, that's not even true. Actually, it was in 4, the end of 4.
Was it in the 4? They talked
I
about
think the
him
end of
having a
4
baby?
was when I think they first. Now I'm getting confused, nigga.
Let's
it's too
stop.
jumbled. But look at here.
Snark,
I think
people
look,
in the
I'm just
comments,
gonna-
you guys probably know it better than we do.
No,
There's
look,
one of you guys out there that definitely
all I'm
knows
gonna
the
do
game
is-
story better than we do.
just by looking at the characters, like to think that these people are middle aged. Some of them, obviously, some people are old as fuck. But as far as the main heroes, they're, I would say, early 40s, late 30s, maximum. Just by looking at them, these niggas, most of them aren't even graying. And like, if
The
you
fact
really
that this
wanted to
nigga
portray
Ryu's
that they
still
were
looking-
getting old, they would put some gray in their motherfucking beard.
The fact
Like,
that
but-
Ryu's still looking for inner peace at this age is crazy, bro. Like,
This
come
that
on.
motherfucker just die. Like, what is he doing at this point?
Like,
He
Ryu,
needs-
bro, how
he
are you
needs
looking for inner
purpose.
peace, bro? You're
There needs
old
some-
as shit now.
He needs some purpose.
That's the
he needs
human
some pussy.
struggles.
I
Most
think
people.
Time for him to
most people
smash
die.
Sakura or something. At this point,
Sakura is also so. Based on your argument, I think you're right. Because Sakura, at the end, she finds you in the beginning of 3. In regular 3, Sakura finds you, and she's a teenager. And then by the end of 5, she's 22.
all right, but hopefully
Dude,
he was getting that pussy though. All I know.
Dude,
I would not. If I was real, I'd be like, yo, I knew you when you were jailbait. I'm not touching you. Go fuck Chun-Li. I'm sure they fucked at least once.
Hey, it was legal in Japan though, so whatever.
Stop.
I think they barely changed those laws.
Dude,
You love Street Fighter? Is that what you're about to say?
I like Street Fighter, but I'm not gonna pretend like I knew there was a story even slightly.
No,
I skipped every.
It's not
I
even
skipped
really
every.
a story. It's
I
not
skipped
really a
every
story.
single. I skipped every single character. Like
Yeah, to
like anything that was even remotely a cutscene. I was like, I don't care. What the fuck? I'm trying to fight.
yeah,
What is this?
It's
It'd be like if there
barely
was like a.
story.
It would be like if there was a reason for the Tetris blocks. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
if it wasn't for Mortal Kombat forced fighting games to put in stories. Before, it would just be very ending. At the end, when you would beat arcade mode, you would get a little bit of something. But then since Mortal Kombat started killing it with these like really in these detailed or just NetherRealm Studios, they really just started killing it, and that's like a big part of of it. And now they're like, fuck, I guess we have to try now too, because people feel like they're getting robbed. They're like, you're not putting enough content here.
MK1 has one of the most silly moments ever. Kenshi gets stabbed with 2 sais in the head, and he gets blinded instead of dying.
I was laughing so hard. Sais got impaled into his face, and he barely got blind. That was so funny.
Wait, what is this? Wait, what is this?
So and the other one, when he got slashed and he lost his eyes, like, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Kenshi, he still loses his eyes. It's so funny. The way he loses his eyesight is so funny. Like, because I thought the same exact thing. I was
like, why are you not
laughing.
Dead? In which game?
MK1, the latest one?
The most recent one?
Yeah.
He gets stabbed with 2 sais in the head.
It wasn't like, say, they were like a quarter impaled, like, say, they were probably halfway in. They were probably they were tickling his brain for sure. They were definitely tickling his
frontal lobe.
That's so crazy. I saw an image. I saw a screenshot of it. I'm trying to find the video, but I can't.
What I like is that his family's blade didn't help him until he was blind. Where I'm like, nigga, where the fuck were you before?
No, he didn't have it yet. He didn't have it.
Johnny
what's his name still had it. He still had it after.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah,
so this is actually a great example, actually, of a little bit what we were talking about with the Spider-Man thing. I'm looking at the character models in Mortal Kombat 1, and they look really good.
They're very good.
Fantastic.
They nailed it.
They look like they fucking nailed it. I would bet that if I went to go see like these actors, like headshots or whatever, that they would look very, very, very much like this.
100%.
Like obviously outside of costume.
And then you have Insomniac. Honest, I think that's what MK1 does better than any. Because I think MK1 as a game is sort of meh, but I think the models they nailed. Like they nailed every character's model 100%.
Like this almost, like they're actually like distractingly good.
They're very good.
Like they're really, really good. Like, and I guess especially because I guess it's mainly because I'm thinking of specifically Spider-Man as I'm making this comparison. But like, dude, it's like miles beyond it.
I knew they were onto something when they did Injustice 2 because I saw like, it needs work, but I see where they're going with this, and that was all the way back in like, I think 2017 or something. And I was like it was a
Injustice
little
2
janky.
Came out 2017.
I think so. I think Injustice 2 came
out a while ago.
I thought it came out well before that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 2017.
But I feel like 2 snuck up on me because I feel like I was still playing 1 before 2 came out. I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah?
It was early 2017 was Injustice 2. You might be thinking of like the first Injustice, obviously. Yeah, it was probably 2013?
13 probably? That sounds about right.
No, I remember playing it at Joe's place. So that was like 2013 probably.
I think that's right because it was at the end of the console cycle. It was close to the end.
Oh man, this bothers me. Injustice game.
God,
and then we'll get onto the credits.
Oh yeah.
2013. Yeah, 2013.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
God, I love that.
All right. Well, that was an interesting little tangent.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people in the chat.
All I'm saying
will,
is that Chun-Li 60, bro. That's some.
Look, I want her to be 60.
I would. Yeah,
I want her to be 60, but I just know she's not.
Because Akuma's how old? Akuma's elderly, and he ain't slowing down at all yet.
Yeah, Chun-Li. Yeah.
Cammy,
what about Goken?
About like 30 now, right?
What if Goken just literally just wakes up? He's been dead for years, and then he just wakes up. What the fuck?
No, Goken's not dead.
That's what I mean. No, he got killed, and then he practiced the power of nothingness and then woke up later. And I'm like, what the fuck is this lore?
Dude, Ken and Ryu buried him, bro. They found him dead, and they were like, oh, our master's dead. We gotta find Akuma, and they bury him. And then years later, they go back to where they were like training, and they didn't see him there, and they're like, "Yo,
that's just fighting games.
We thought you were dead."
Yeah,
that's fighting games, man. It's so ridiculous. It's all like Tekken, where they're just dropping each other off mountains constantly. It's just it's all stupid.
Did you play the demo for Tekken for the new Tekken game?
Kazuya was dropped in a volcano.
Yet. Kazuya.
I'm gonna get the game, so I'm just not gonna play the demo.
The damage Kazuya and Jin do to like central Tokyo, and they're just bat is insane. And I'm like, yo, these guys are walking around.
I love
Tekken is
Tekken,
the
man.
most insane lore though ever. Watch that video just to
I saw the
insane lore.
I saw the
of Tekken.
3-hour one. It was split into
That
two.
is
It was
a
insane.
fantastic video because I was even myself. I'm like, I've played most of them, but I still don't know everything, and it was so much crazier than I ever could have imagined. It's the wildest shit ever.
Bro,
I skipped so many of them.
Kazuya got dropped off a mountain into a volcano.
In a volcano, he was
as
literally
a child.
And he somehow no. It was Oh wait, am I getting this backwards?
No, it was off a cliff. He was jumped off a cliff.
No, he was jumped off a cliff, and then
into a
Heihachi
volcano.
was in a volcano. That's right. I got that.
And then he
backwards.
dropped Kazuya in the volcano afterwards. And then Kazuya came back, and then Jin dropped Kazuya in the volcano, I think.
They're all somehow still alive. Somehow.
And then they
just
all
dropping each
survive, and they win. They win the get back. They all win. The volcano is, in fact, a power-up. When you fall into the volcano, you come
power-up.
back, and you win.
All right, let's get out of here.
It's so I gotta play through. No way I'm playing through all of them. I don't have the time.
You should, man. I bet you'll have a great time, honestly.
I just feel I don't have a lot of time. Is my main issue, and there are games that I really should be playing for work that probably take precedent over Tekken 3
You gotta stream
through
those. You
7.
gotta stream them. You gotta stream all of them. Make money from it.
There you go.
I guess, I guess so. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, whatever. We've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Merry fucking January. We're gonna read our $25 and up homeless patrons now. Thanks for all of your support over on patreon.com/snark. Remember, you can support us over there. I said that a lot this episode, but I'm remembering. Leave us nice reviews on podcast services if you can. Always engage with it. Comment, even if you got some bullshit to say. We'd love to have you. And what is that? Who is that?
It's so big. Is that Gutsu? I think that's Guts.
That's the biggest blunt I've ever seen.
That is fucking. He's gonna die. I think that could kill Guts. I think that big of a blunt can probably do it. That might be what does it finally. Fuck Griffith.
So, if I'm not mistaken, this is episode 199.
Yes.
Which means next episode is episode 200.
Right.
We have a question thread up on, or not a question thread, but a thread up for episode 200. I named it episode 300 because I'm stupid, but and I refuse to correct it. But it's there, so we're gonna go through some of the highlights of the Snark tank up until basically not necessarily of the last year, but like the entire time. And I think it'll be fun to reminisce. I think I'm gonna get hammered before we start recording because why not? And we'll see what that does. See if I can read these fucking names while hammered. Jesus. But we'll see you for that episode.
Really want to
What were you
try.
gonna say?
No promises. We want to see if we can get somebody special to join us.
Yeah.
Last minute. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. We it's a pretty last minute thing, but we'll see. But if not, we've got a big episode planned regardless. So tune in over there. We've got an extra ammo on our theme park up the Snark Tank theme park where we built all sorts of mascots and rides and shit. So go check that out.
Hell yeah.
As well as every single other extra ammo. Is that extra ammo, by the way, in the collections? Like the
no, but I will do that.
it will
right
be.
now. I'm actually literally posting it right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. So there's a playlist for you. But anyway, let's read these names and get the fuck out of here. It's gonna be 3 hours.
Fuck. Damn it.
What?
Damn it. I just forgot about. I wanted to talk about Matt Pat, but it's too. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
dude, I forgot.
He totally.
That's right. Yeah, he's retiring.
Completely.
He's gone.
Yeah, he died. Or
Matt
he's
Pat
dying.
Matt Pat is now just a theory.
Yeah.
Is he,
You know
is
what I
he
was gonna
gone
clip?
already?
No, he's gonna be gone in March. He's doing like 10 other videos and on all the channels. I didn't even know he had 3 other channels. I thought he only had 2 or something. Yeah. But I watched like half of the video and I was like, okay, I get it. And
He's made his bread,
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Time to move on. I was gonna clip that one thing. We did a video in Vegas, Chris, and at the very end of it, you were like pretending to be him, and then he was, for some reason, he was like some Soviet agent or something.
Oh, yeah,
you remember
yeah.
that? Like,
That's
bring
when we
to
had the
edit
Vegas
bay.
trip. Yeah, take this to edit bay.
Yeah.
Like the idea of him being like a secret Soviet off camera is hilarious.
I gotta pull that
That's
up.
just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Bring this to Kyle in editing. I'd like a big transition over to a film theory channel if possible.
It's just been infiltrating us all these years.
That was so. It's crazy to think about how long ago that Vegas trip was. By the way,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Jesus Christ! Right. That was
That was 5 years
almost
ago.
5 years ago. Jesus.
That's basically 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's read these names. Get the fuck out of here. Rest in peace, Matt Pat. You fucking.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You fuck.
3, 2, 1.
Making a Prince Albert. God damn it. I gotta blow my nose. Making a Prince Albert piercing out of sodium metal, so whenever you take a piss, your dick explodes. We can bang if you want to. You can piss in my bed. Lego my ego.
Uh-oh.
Lego my ego niggo.
Oh, my God.
Oh, fuck.
Of course.
You can fuck if you want to. You can fuck your friends behind. Because your friends don't come, and if they don't come, well, they're... It's just the N-word.
What?
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 That is a wild fucking conclusion to that, but like, all right.
Just kind of got lazy and just nigga.
It worked. It worked.
All right.
Leon Sams, Big Meaty Stinks, Gary Coulier, Andy the man whose handies are S tier and dandy, Gay Jita, Prince of all Gayans.
Gayans. Vaginas.
I can't believe Vaginas.
Vaginas.
That sounds pretty cool.
Vaginas.
And vagina. It's so stupid.
I can't fucking believe that we've never said super gayin or something.
No, you've never said that. I've definitely made that joke
On the
many
show.
times in my life.
We're 200 episodes in. We've never Dragon Ball's come up a myriad of times. We've never
Yeah.
said super gayin.
There is no super
That's
gay
nuts.
in any
Vegeta.
episode. Vagina.
Vaginas. What does the scouter say about his penis level? It's big.
It's big.
Oh man. We should do that too. We should write a gay dude. That's a great extra ammo too. We should write a gay Dragon Ball arc.
Yeah. How
That
about
is
like
so fucking
F slur ball Z? How about that?
Oh my god. Or Dragon
kinda
Ball
rolls
F
off-
word.
It rolls off the
Dragon Ball
tongue
F
though.
word
No,
is better.
no, not at all.
Dragon Ball F word is definitely funnier than F word Ball Z. Nah,
Are you
it's
serious?
not.
I
Never
disagree.
mind.
I disagree
Bruh,
because
it
it
rolls
rhymes.
off the tongue.
Because
I
Dragon
said it.
rhymes
I
with
said
it.
it. I was like, never
You
mind.
said it in your head, right? Exactly. On the next
I wrote-
episode of Ball Z.
That is so stupid.
I wrote
But
I
Jadis is
didn't
a twink.
I wrote gay Ball
You
Z
wrote
on my
gay Ball
notepad.
Z? Can we just do F asterisk T?
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
That's crazy. I love
It's
it.
an extra ammo, so we can
Is
call
it-
it whatever we want. We can
Is
call
it
whatever we
offensive
want.
if
True.
is it offensive if we say if it's not the slur necessarily, but it's part like faggin Ball Z?
That sounds pretty cool. No, it's just like saying, you know how if you
You know what I
put-
mean?
No, because
Like, I don't know.
No, I agree. If you take the hard R, but you put an L before the E, and it's a completely different word.
Yeah, well,
It
I mean,
sounds
fucking-
like
that's
a
true.
black
yeah, flagging.
Riddler,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, what
The
you know what?
nig-
Honestly, fucking
the
whatever,
niggler
man.
is such a funny idea.
It
Of this
is.
black man telling fucking Batman these jokes, and Batman's not trying to hear it at all. He's in fact way more aggressive to him. He's way more aggressive to him. And it's like,
I just love
I feel like
the hard R's
chill.
all instead of question mark. It's just the N-word
Hennessy
all
bottles?
over him. It's just
Is this
the N-word
Hennessy
all
I
bottles?
feel.
It's a
I
Hennessy
feel like I
bottle.
should.
It's a Hennessy bottle, but what happens is it should make a question mark, and then there's a little dot. It's a question mark shaped Hennessy bottle.
Oh
That's
my god, it's so stupid.
Or it's
Oh my
Welch's
God.
grape soda bottles, but question mark shaped.
No, no, dude, grape juice.
I feel like I
kinda
can
good.
say. I feel like I can say the. I feel like I should be grandfathered in for the F slur. Honestly.
Yeah,
From
Like,
who?
I
don't
think
feel
the
like it's
amount of
fair.
gay shit that we've done, the covers and stuff, I think we should get an honorary pass.
I just don't.
I don't
just
want to say the F slur because I just don't want to deal with it. That's
Hey,
just it.
I guess that's
I
fair.
just don't
Gay
wanna
homeless
deal with it.
people. Gay homeless people. Oh, it's gonna be extra animals or whatever. Gay homeless
Exactly.
people.
We
If
can
we
say
have a
we're gonna extra
pass,
ammo.
if we have a pass, please let us know. Like, tag us or something. I don't know.
Well, the thing is this, right? We
Figure
don't
it
need to
out.
say it here. On Extra Ammo, it's private. You pay to see it. You make your
If
choice.
it's here's the thing. If it's central to the premise of what we're doing, like it's going to be for this, I feel like we should be able to say it.
No,
Also,
I'm gonna have
because
too
quite
much fun-
frankly,
I'm gonna have
also
too
because
much
quite
fun saying
frankly,
it. I don't deserve to say
to be
it.
also
Faggot.
because to be completely, I mean, I don't know, man. Like if Lady Gaga had a penis, I'd suck it. You know.
Nah, you're
Does that
mad
count?
Gay. You're mad. You're mad gay for that. You're mad gay for that. You're
Then-
hella gay.
all
You're
right.
gay. You're gay.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm in the
I don't know,
faggot
man.
crew.
That the
Let's go.
The female penis, man. The female penis is taking over. Kingston, you're on the wrong side of history.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
I
you're on
don't
the
wanna
wrong
be
side of
right
history with that,
history.
man.
I've never been on the right side of history. I've never on the right side. I've never on the right side.
Fucking
Anyway.
intolerant.
I
Anyway,
choose
let's
to
move-
stay on the
let's-
wrong history on purpose. I refuse to be better.
Anyway, fucking what did we say? Sneeko cowering in fear from a Krispy Kreme donut like a veteran hearing fireworks. Heath Smoker, The Legend of Zelda: Queers of the Condom. There wasn't even anything like that. I thought that's jarring because it's just The Legend of Zelda. I thought it would be like The Legend of
Yeah, something.
Gay
yeah.
Elda or something. Like
Gay-
even if it was even if it
Gay
sucked,
Elda.
you know, even if it sucked, like it would be something.
The gay legend of
Gay Elda,
Gay Elda.
Gayario, the Gayario brothers.
Donkey Gay. I don't know what do you.
Donkey schlong.
Or I guess Gay Kong would be better.
Yeah, gay.
Donkey gay is
Gay.
so funny.
Donkey Gay is so
So
fucking unrealistic.
Unclever.
That is,
It is so dumb, and it can be confused for so much more than the rest of them. Legend
Yeah.
of Gay. Legend of Gay. Oh.
Legend of Gay. The all right, the yaoi hentai manga I got for Christmas, Gayzilla minus cum.
Nice.
You know what makes me so upset? Like I wish sometimes I wish we could get really lazy with this and we could just read the names and then just copy paste them throughout the month, but because shit keeps happening in the middle of the credits, we can't.
we don't have
We have to like
You
never.
have
We just stay on script, and then that'd be
Jesse Pickman. Rise Against Re-Education to the sound of a black guy pounding away to the rhythm of the thrusting deep inside May. Homeless trans femme whose resolution is to fuck. Just Alexander, and there's too many gays here. In my gay dreams, I see that gay town, silent gay. not even remotely clever. Juxto the Jester and Gay Disposition.
Nice. I remember Juxto.
Yeah, Juxto. I forgot about him. What was his thing? Was that the thing that he was Juxto the Jester?
Well,
Yeah.
because just saying that, yeah, because like juxtaposition sounds like a gesture's name or some shit like that. I don't remember. Something
or
like
that? Oh no, I remember
What
because
was it?
juxtaposition. It's the word itself sounded like a juxtaposition because you have the word position next to fucking juxto.
Yeah.
Which is fucking like what the fuck is that?
It's
Okay,
like,
I'm
yeah,
remembering.
Juxto the jester. Yeah, it rules.
Juxto. You are tuned into 98.7 WIRP with Negro in the Spick, mariachi music with foghorns.
With fuck.
John, the Killers of the Flower Moon, 8 out of 10. Guido, the 4th. The fucking Discord link is down. I want some cock sludge. I love to swallow man splooge. I really love to make dicks cry, so tonight I'm sucking this guy's ball sack by Seaman M.
By Seaman.
Don't know what song
I
that
just-
is.
So-
Clean
so
out the
Chris.
closet. I'm sucking something ball sack. I'm sorry, mama.
Mikey Musaleki challenged Sneeko to a fight. That's hilarious.
I don't know who
Are you
that
talking about
is.
the jiu-jitsu expert?
Yeah,
The
the,
champ that's
monster,
in fucking-
the
in one
smiling
championship?
assassin, literally.
Yeah. He's basically, Chris, he looks like you,
He looks like
and
you. He's
and
super
he fucking
upbeat.
is and
What's this guy's name?
Mikey Musaleki, I think is his last name. Musaleki?
if you just put in Mike jiu-jitsu or just one championship, it'll pop up immediately.
Okay, so I'm getting Mickey Mouse when I Google it.
Okay, I don't know what you Googled. at all.
Musaleki's a hard, like, I don't, how do you spell it? Like, what is that?
So
Italian.
Musameki, but if you just put in Mike 1 championship, it'll pop up. It's easier. He's
Mike
basically-
won championship.
He does
He's
look
just-
like a little nerd.
He just looks like a little guy with. If you get a picture with his glasses on, he's just a little smiley guy. But he's the absolute shit at
What
jiu-jitsu.
the fuck? This guy.
He's
what
so
the hell?
sweet. That's what makes it so funny. He's so sweet and nice.
And he's also ridden. He's riddled with anxiety. Like he's such a like.
But he's a jujitsu guy?
Yeah, he's jujitsu fucking.
He
master.
took fighting to get over his anxiety. He started fighting to get over his anxiety. But he's like literally a doll of a human being. But he will beat the brakes off you.
All he does is he's just he's the best at jujitsu. He's so good. I
even
hope
his build, he's not even built the right way you assume him to be.
Well,
he's
see,
small.
no, this is exactly what a jujitsu master could be built like.
That's
but then,
very true.
Since in jujitsu, specifically in the sport of jujitsu, they don't test for drugs, so a bunch of people are now blowing up to insane sizes. So skill is becoming less important because you're so strong. Where you can manipulate people.
I've seen jujitsu people, and like usually, granted, there's usually like. There's like African muscle men doing jujitsu. Like they don't look like The Rock, but they look like a little smaller than like Michael B. Jordan at his biggest in Creed. And then there's this little fairy sized pixie looking like Link dude that does it. And he beats the shit out of them.
Bro, go look at Gordon Ryan before and after, and you can see like, okay, here's a jujitsu guy, and now he looks like he's a fucking WWE wrestler just because they don't test. They don't fucking test, so now he's just
I hope he fights Sneeko and kills him.
Oh yeah, I hope he twists his neck like 3 times around. Like he just keeps going till the skin starts tearing off.
I hope he hits Sneeko one time and he dies. Like it's like really anticlimactic.
Like the horse?
He spin kicks him and he dies. He
kicks him once. He kicks Sneeko once in the head and then he shits himself and dies.
I just want him he's gonna break his ankles. He's gonna like twist his head.
Kills him. I know it's a serious sport. People can get really hurt in it, but I want one person in my era to die in a ring, bro. I just want one. Just one.
Dude,
give me that.
The last pay-per-view got close. This dude Bryce Mitchell got hit so hard that he started seizuring. It was crazy.
Yeah, he had a seizure. That was Bryce Mitchell who had the seizure.
Yeah, everybody thought he was going to die. Everyone thought he was going to die. All right,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was actually kind of scary.
Why didn't he just? I don't know. I don't understand.
Was the guy just looking at him? He was just like looking at him while he was seizing. He was like,
I don't understand seizures because it's just like, why don't you just stop moving?
Yeah, like hey,
just
chill out,
because
bro.
your brain is swelling, you idiot. That's
Chill out with that shit, man. You got.
Why would your brain swell?
I feel like if you just slap the person, they'll like snap out of it right away.
Just reset them.
Yeah.
Like I like to cut G and hit him
Has
in the
anyone
back
ever
of the head.
tried
He's
that?
back.
Has
Has anyone ever
tried
just tried
that?
like pouring a cup of like really cold water on the person? Like I don't.
Could you imagine someone seizing and the person
thank you.
starts beating him more to wake him up, and they seize harder, and he beats them harder to wake him up. And he
That's just you're dead at that point,
He just
though. Like,
dies.
What about having a seizure
Anyway.
while you're beating off? You think like it would actually like kind of help you?
You
think it'll
focus
assist?
it into your hand. You're like, oh, good.
go real
I've
far.
got it now.
Like it's just like
I
the
think it would go
best
real
shit
far.
ever.
I've reached max speed now.
Let's get out of here. We're gonna get to 3 hours again. We're getting to 3 hours again. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. Let's. Yeah, Obama, Lord of Drone
Obama.
Striking, Matt Walsh's house. His family is safe, but not him. Fuck it. Carry on with the Britain slander. Shit sucks here. Listening to Sweeney makes me consider racism. Sweeney, thank you for being the voice of reason. Chris should kill himself. Two opposites.
Okay.
Baller of the First Sin. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Sweeney, please come to Sweden. I'm the biggest boy in my village, and I can protect you from the dire moose and the Nager Jaeger. I forgot about that.
Nager, yeah, that's right. Whatever that is.
And I probably just said a slur in some foreign language that I don't care.
I know, right?
Jolly old dipshit, yassified, shot Uncle Ben. Peter, they transed me, Peter.
You say yes if I shot Uncle Ben? That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Peter, they transed me, Peter.
They transed me.
They tranced me.
That's nuts.
That's so stupid.
They tranced me.
That's crazy. Can you imagine if like that was the story of Spider-Man? Is that like Uncle Ben got turned into like somebody had like a ray that turned him into a woman, and he was just so mad at that and so unaccepting of that he had to go kill the guy.
The idea that people don't do shit like that in Marvel is crazy to me. Like, there's no one that like kidnaps people and like forces them to go through reconstruction surgery, because there's so much insane evil in the world that no one's ever thought about that. Like, that's nothing that's ever happened to people.
Two different people together or something, like some weird shit.
Like, sew a dog to a kid's back. And he's going through the city doing that shit over and over again, and then it's to the point that like
that's the villain.
It's
to
the point that like someone like Thor
Yeah.
has to step in because they can't catch him, and Thor's like, "Yo, dude, I don't really know this is my jurisdiction, but stop doing that."
This is
We
too
keep
dull.
trying to catch him, but he keeps sewing our policemen together.
Like, Captain America brings a guy to a precinct and every police officer sewed together, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's like Legion in here, Jesus Christ!"
That is fucking crazy. Ruining the upholstery of a Ford F-150 with the boys, becoming homeless to support the homies. Cyphergraph, Sweeney with the eeny weeny peeny, Elmo found dead in New York City apartment, Old Debbie Cumfingers. I present to you the Old Gods of Snark Tank, featuring Jonathan Young as Alan Cake. This is Harold of Gayness. Hey, yo, Mr. White, get a glass. I want to see it, bitch. At first, I wasn't gay. I was scared of guys. Kept thinking I could never take a penis deep inside. That's good. It's actually a great first line. At first, I wasn't gay. Yeah. At first, I wasn't gay. I was scared of guys. Kept thinking I could never take a penis deep inside. That's really good. That's great. That is actually top tier right there, because the syllables flow. It rhymes with the original. It rhymes with itself. It's good. Good shit. Sweeney's superpower is being confidently wrong. Back to Tank of Cum. Caucasian Container, The Cracker Barrel for Gays, Keith David, Tinfoil Tyrant, Genesis, learning voodoo witch magic to keep Dianne Feinstein in office. Wait a fucking second.
What? What'd you do?
No.
Well, we got another page?
There aren't 6 pages now.
No, there's not.
No way.
You
Wait,
probably just
what
got to
the
like
fuck?
widen your window or something.
No, I filtered this correctly. What the?
No, something's got to be off. We didn't get like fucking 2 extra pages or 3 or
What the
whatever.
hell?
Imagine having 300 pages of Patreon. You know how much money we'd be making? It'd be terrifying.
I'd be so
paid members
happy.
all 25.
Current.
Yeah.
And it's all current people that are actually currently subscribed and not past ones that jumped off.
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, I had it clicked, but it wasn't. I had that clicked, but then I had to unclick it and re-click it for it to register. Patreon as an app is really annoying sometimes.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yo,
So whatever. I guess some of you.
excited.
I guess some of you got extra shout outs. Whatever.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those people. You know who you are. We'll kill you. Anyway,
Give us your money,
get on
please.
with it. Dude, I was about to read for 6 pages. That would have been hell.
Oh no.
Becoming homeless to support the homies. Blah 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 blah. blah.
No.
Where the fuck were we?
Hurry up, man! I gotta go beat off.
All right. Confident back to Tank of Him. Donald Trump burping on Dom's clit. Do Christian girls squirt holy water? King Kong's Ding Dong wrote in. All I can say is my life is pretty gay. I love sucking dudes off in the rain. She pipkin on my
sure what
pippa
that was.
Possum. Sweeney eats corn the long way.
I eat corn like people eat bananas, bro.
That's right. You did talk about the corn in the last episode.
Found a condom on a squid on the beach. Let nature do the rest. Just a hard R. Star Coffee on Twitch, bitch. The Shinzo on my doohickey Tilladabe. Oh my god.
He's the one that got assassinated, right?
Yeah, Shinzo Abe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got, but with that homemade fucking cyberpunk gun.
That shit was crazy.
See the thing about that is that, like, if I was assassinated with a homemade gun in a country that, like, didn't have gun violence, you know, generally, I would at least feel like, all right, they worked for it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they really felt strongly about it to the point where they were willing to flourish in engineering and beta test and alpha test. And, you know, I think the thing that's so humiliating about being shot to death in America is how fucking accidentally and how easily it can happen.
Right.
And how lame it is, because it's never a good reason. It's always like just some fucking retard with a gun
Yeah, 100.
that he bought at Walmart for like $10.
There's always some fuckwad with a gun that doesn't deserve to kill
Accidentally, it was just happened to be in his fucking cart. Didn't even notice. I guess I have a gun now.
Well, since it's
Guns
here,
are
might as well
really
grab it.
the guns themselves are cheap. It's the bullets. It's like this. It's like the subscription service of the gun world. Is all the bullets.
Yeah, bullets are really expensive.
$50,000.
If you're a freak. If you're a freak and you're shooting all the time, yeah, they are expensive.
I like bullets that have paracausal properties that burrow through spirits and into yokai.
I like bullets that kill people in the past. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It goes so fast that it zips through time.
Well. You see, my bullet and its trans-dimensional properties got you before you were born. It's like,
Why is everything got to be trans-dimensional? I don't know why things got to be so political. Back in my day, it was just dimensional.
Trans-dimensional. I can't do this.
Back in my day, they were just formers.
Yeah, there are no transformers back in my day.
There was just
What the hell's
formers.
wrong with this world?
Formers, GoBots, and that's all.
Oh man, don't ever get me started on what's going on with the Lucents.
The Lucents.
There
man,
were
that's a
no
good character.
transfigurations in my day. Them was just figurations.
There was just figuration. There was just figuration.
Imagine being that intolerant. Like that's
Anything with trans, it's just like I
That
couldn't
kind of
stand.
intolerance is actually magical, though. Low key, that's magic to be that intolerant.
yeah.
That means
is
that
pretty
you're
cool.
just insane.
I knew I hated Ray William Johnson when he started imposing his politics on his zishins.
musicians. It's so
This
funny.
is stupid. This is the dumbest fucking conversation we've ever had. Let's move on.
Fantano's ending quotes telling me to transition,
Yeah.
and I give it a listen. I did not. I did not.
Never again. I'm boycotting you.
Damn you, Fantano.
The
Yeah, I'm
woke drop.
boycotting you. I'm boycotting you. I'm not girl cotting you. I'm not them cotting you.
I'm not they cotting you. I'm boycotting.
They're not they cotting you.
These are, by the way, this is like not even a fake person. Like there are real
No, there's-
people like this.
This person is fake as fake as being shot to death in America. You know, like this is a very real thing that you could run into, and it'll be like,
I have seen some shit, and I can't believe they're real people. Like this is right on par. It
Anyway.
does make me a little sad. It does make me a little bit
insane
sad.
thing ever. I was playing Digimon, right, and for some reason
That
talk
is
about
insane.
something came up, right, and some guy was like, I have no problem with them existing. This nigga's playing Digimon, mind you. And he's like, I have no problem with you playing them existing. I like when they push it to the kids. I was like, informing kids of people's differences is peddling it on children.
These people are
playing
just
Digimon.
Well, the thing that they think that
stupid.
that's a deeply insecure sense of self at that point, because that means that what they're saying really is that like I don't want my kids to be convinced to be trans, which is like which kind of indicates that they themselves think they could be.
By
You know what I mean?
default,
I think it's
Like-
possible.
They don't.
Yeah,
but
like-
see, that's too complex of a thought for them. Even though you're right, you're 100%
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
That would be the line of thought, but they've never thought about that. They're just too stupid to even come
Yeah,
to that
they're-
conclusion.
Yeah, they're unaware. It's like the goldfish not understanding that I'm about to fuck it. You know, like it has.
Great. You gape its mouth like when you hold open a balloon. When you pull a balloon's mouth open and you just put on it.
Dude, it's like trying to use a fucking ketchup packet as like pocket pussy. That's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, what are you doing?
Dude?
He cuts this dude cut like you find a bunch of cut open ketchup packets in your friend's room. Like, what
You
are
just end up.
doing?
You just
I can't
at a
afford
certain
a
point.
pocket pussy, so I fuck ketchup packets with
You
the
fuck a-
ketchup in it.
dude, you fuck a goldfish, you're just kind of ending up with a really gross cock ring at a certain point.
Because
You're busting through that. Like that's not long for this earth, man.
I can't be friends with someone who does
there's
that.
something so deranged.
You couldn't be friends
about
with
that.
somebody
It
who
can't even
fucked a
begin.
goldfish to death.
No. Just hearing you say it, that sounds so insane. That's so
My
insane.
friend goes to the fish market, buys
worse than
live carp, and fucks them.
That's worse than fucking like a squirrel or something. Like a fish, a small fish. Like,
Dude, you
at
guys
least
remember the
upgrade.
picture? Remember the picture of the squirrel with the 2 condoms left in it, and it was
Yes.
dead on the street?
Yes.
Oh god, dude.
The fact that
Yeah,
they used a condom is a level of awareness that is disgusting for someone that would do something like that.
Can't get diseases.
That's a juxtaposition. It's like, well, I don't want to be unsafe.
I don't want to.
Well, this thing is fucking screaming. This thing is screaming in a pitch that fucking only dogs can hear. And you're just like having a good old time.
It is screaming so loud you can't hear it, but the water is rippling.
You feel turbulence. That's what you feel turbulence, but you don't hear shit.
Oh, we forgot to talk about that plane that fell apart in the sky.
Oh, right. I
whatever.
was just thinking about
Wait,
that too.
what
The boom when the fucking shit got sucked out. Yeah.
We'll save it for the next
We'll
episode.
save it, yeah.
Holy shit.
200.
Holy I haven't laughed like that in a fucking while. God.
Today
damn.
I'm feeling out of pocket today. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
My Lord.
Name. All right. let's burst through these. We're
Yeah, we
getting
got
fucking
5
long.
minutes. We got 5 minutes
All
and
right.
3 hours.
God damn.
Holy shit.
Name your top three. God damn it. Name your top 3 favorite Negroes, Sweeney.
Favorite? There's my
go.
grandma.
Least favorite. Least favorite.
Least favorite Negroes.
least
There's
favorite.
Joe Budden. There's
Damn, it's so quick.
Who else do I don't like? Candace
about his
Owens
hatred.
can't stand that nigga.
Okay.
And
Nigga.
then,
Yeah.
Who else? Another black person I don't like. I just
Come on.
don't like
Come
this
on.
black
Got one
person.
more. Got one more. Let's go.
One more. Wait, I'm thinking. I usually love most black people innately because they're black like me. But any Dominican that refuses to admit they're black. There you go.
All right, there you
Fair enough.
go. Been blowing lots of guys living in a gay man's paradise, taking dogs of every size living in a gay man's paradise, trans femme gremlin, exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million radians of ionizing radiation. You should not VinPen, angelic DM. So here I am, pretending I'm a girl named Pam. They've got my cock. They've got my cock in their hand, realizing I'm a homo man. Man. Motorboating and open colon is the most heinous thing I've ever fucking heard.
I still need
which
to know
is
the
saying
context
something.
of that.
I don't.
Have you?
Oh, did we ask in the last
I
episode?
feel like we did.
I feel
you
like I
guys-
asked specifically like what the fuck it was from.
100%.
Have you guys gone
I gotta check the
through
comments.
thread
Right.
for episode 200?
No.
Not yet. I've gone through it
That
a little bit.
shit had me in tears remembering some of the stuff we've
Yeah,
said.
yeah, well, I'm
was
trying to save it.
crying, dude.
That's so cool
trying
to
to
like,
save-
think about people, like, because this shit just completely leaves my brain
Yeah,
after
it's
we're
out,
done.
it's out. That's it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
like-
That's cool.
Yeah, like this whole conversation about fucking the goldfish is probably hilarious, but like I'm gonna forget it in like 2 weeks.
100%. Yeah.
I'll forget it as soon as I hang up the call. I don't know where I'm at. I hang up the call and I start screaming because I'm confused. I don't know where I'm at. Liz will come in and calm me down.
So insane.
Craig the Canadian. Craig the Canadian, Dr.
Distracted from
Ligma.
reality, dude.
We gotta go. Dr. Ligma and the Ball Droppers. It's your boy Shawnee B.
Niggas
Daily Wire.
The
crying.
idea of that is so fucking stupid. Let's go. We gotta go.
I'm trying.
I know.
Daily Wire presents Matt Walsh's "What Is a Black?" Ben and Jerry's Funky Monkey, to the tune of One Winged Angel. Butts, what? To the tune of, isn't that orchestra?
What?
Is one Butts, balls, gay orgy, stroking his giant peen. Butts, balls, gay orgy.
So king is giant peen, butts, balls, K orgy, throw king is
Suck.
giant peen.
Is it? Do you know this? Like, what-
Big old
This is-
cock. Big old cock.
is it? Is
I
this
do.
pre-
I know it. It's Final Fantasy, but like I don't.
That's Sephiroth's theme.
Yeah. All right, whatever. Gay Sinatra would be like, start spreading your cheeks. I'm fucking your ass. 3XO inventing a new sect of Islam where you get 72 femboys after blowing up the bathroom.
Very cool.
Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this. Keith David, Homeless Drip, MH, Lord of Homeless Drip. If you get put on Santa's naughty list, he'll pop your balls like bubble wrap. Obi, won't you blow me? It's a wild penalty.
No, you got to eat with the
No,
thumbs.
with his hands.
I can feel that pain almost, and my brain's not letting me do it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm already shaking.
As he
I hate
squeezes your balls till it pops.
Like, yeah, he's still jolly though. Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. No, no, no. There's a third one. There's a third one, and you're like, "What was that?"
What'd you pop? What'd you pop? That was your prostate, boy.
No, this nigga, he rounds up all the kids he rounds up all of the people in the room and then does it. He's doing it all
He
back
pops
to
around his
back.
balls, and then when he runs out of balls, he goes for the lymph nodes.
Oh no!
The idea of Santa's popping naughty kids' balls is an insane thing. What the fuck?
The idea of moving on to lymph nodes is crazy because that's just like now you're in danger.
Oh man!
Because like your body is just literally less capable of fighting to keep you alive.
Right.
He has the reindeer stomp on him for some of them. The real bad ones, the reindeer stomp
The
on.
reindeer. Your balls cursed off by a reindeer.
I just like the idea of him being so jolly though. Still, like he just looks so happy.
His
just
round
popping the
face.
shit out of your balls.
Rudolph's little nose. Rudolph's flying around the room with his nose like lighting up everything as people are screaming in agony.
Oh man.
Merry Christmas.
Screaming.
People
kids.
are giving full body screams. They're screaming from their diaphragm. Dude. They're screaming from their
Parents are
gut.
coming in trying to shoot him, but like Santa dodges and then like breaks
No,
their
he's not
neck and
dodging. He
shit.
just can't get killed. He heals immediately.
he's just unkillable.
You can't kill him. That's it.
The bullets get embedded in his like he eats. It's like it's like Majin Buu, where like they get into his skin, but he absorbs them.
Like he
Makes
doesn't
him
even
stronger.
react to pain. It
No,
just,
not even a little bit.
a little, yeah,
Some
yeah,
guy
like,
puts the shotgun right to the back of his head and confettis his shit, and then he's fine a moment later.
the barrel is completely twisted. It's blown out.
That is how much gunpowder he stuffed into the barrel. He stuffed so much gunpowder. He's trying to.
He just turns around smiling as he grabs his son.
Then he
Pops
grabs his balls and he grabs them double clutch and pops them.
All right, let's move. Let's keep going. Homeless, drip image, blah, 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 blah. Obi wants to blow me. Homeless, never homoless. Matt Pat giving the
Nice.
Game Theory channel to Chris Chan.
Oh my
That's
god,
it.
a Chris
That'd be
Chan.
amazing. Hi everybody, this is Chris Chan. This is just a theory,
Bro,
a game theory.
I'd
That
watch
would be
the
I
the
think.
most
shit out of that
wild
channel,
moment
actually.
if he gave it to Chris Chan.
I haven't watched
Theory.
in a long time.
Theory: is Mario a pony?
Did I
Okay.
fuck my mom?
Theory, game theory. Did I fuck my mom, and how many points did I get?
How many points? Oh my god.
Oh god! All right,
watch.
that's
I'd have to
that's
watch.
it. I'm really gonna do it this time.
Yeah.
Deep cavage. She spread it and let me take a sniff of that mahi. Fucking police coming hard as I thrust and pound. Abby, don't don't mind us. We're just glazing each other's butts. Kung fu fighting to the tune of kung fu fighting. Everybody was penis riding. Those claps were fast as lightning. Not bad.
That's that's pretty cool.
There could be more done with the lightning line, I think, but like everybody was penis riding is not bad.
Like those this were vast and frightening is pretty good.
I want somebody to cut out this last segment, send it to someone who's never heard of us. And be like, what do you think of this? What do you think?
It's always the credits, dude. It's always the credits, man. It's insane.
Show this to your fucking siblings and your family that have literally never, like, they don't listen to anything like this and be like, hey, what do you think about this?
Show this to your most conservative parent.
yeah.
I'm confused. They said the F slur, but they made fun of people who don't like trans people. I don't get it. I don't get these guys.
They're not based at all.
They're not based and red-pilled like my dad and his supple penis.
Supple.
Supple.
He's licking his fucking lips. Oh, dude. He's flossing. I like to floss my teeth with his scrotum. Wage Slave 583, a sad guy from Michigan. Down bad for helicopter dick emoticons, so I can see Chris going emoticons going like this to it. Hey man, I got an OnlyFans, you know. The Papini Bros Emporium, all right. Wait, what? The Papini Brothers Emporium, all right. Snark Tank, feast your ears on that gay doctor's mix. Donkerson, Monk Gyatso. Right. You gotta pay the trolls toll to get in the boys' hole. Gate 6, Gayvana, come in my ass. Wait, Gayvana, come in my ass as a man,
like
as I suck on his peen, as a gay, as a queer, as you plow my pussy.
In my ass.
As I suck, on his peen, as a gay. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Havana. For some reason, I thought Havana by fucking. Oh my God, what's that song?
Oh, that chick,
Yeah, Havana Una Na or whatever. And I'm like, this does not.
Dick up in Havana or something like that. That one?
Yeah.
I like that song.
Dick shaped like bananas.
It's a good song. It's a good melody, at least.
Yeah, it's good. That's really what it's about.
It reminds me of. Like it feels like it could be a Santana song if it was like, you know what I mean? Like there could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
If it was good, yeah.
It's not. It's like fine.
Camilla Cabello.
I said, hey, you, feed me peen. Got to get back down on my knees. No time to waste. There's dick to taste. All of you are getting fucked. Late term abortion with the Vanderland gang. If I were a gay man with a femboy or two. Kazdor's Czar's #1 hater. Gumball's voice actor calling Dream the F slur. Sadman.gov. John Strickland. Do your balls hang low? Can they gobble down my throat? Is the cum thick as rice? Is it sweet or is it spice? Merck's 1889. Held my hands to his throat till I felt. Held my hands through his throat till his spirit fell out. Damn. The first church of Keith. That sounded like a Dracula flow. The first church of Keith David, featuring Paul Joseph Watson's massive fists waffle punching his own shit down the sink drain. Second church of Keith David. Oh, two immediately. That's crazy. Featuring being better than the first church of Keith David. Pre-Roz, Blake 896, crypto scammer and the YouTube sensation Logan Paul winning the United States Championship at the WWE Crown Jewel. Cigarette gay dreams. To refer to what Derek said last episode, there's now a bigger gap between now and 2004 than 2004 and the release of Rocky IV. Okay, that sounds about right, honestly.
That's how time works. Yeah.
That's exact. That doesn't surprise. If you had told me like the first Rocky, that would have been like what the fuck, but that would have been a lie. Little dish rag, Britney Spears toxic. With the taste of your dick, I want to ride your cock dick. I'm sipping inward.
Inward
doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I always thought it would be cock-sick, like you're cock hungry. You're cock-sick. I'm fucking brothers. I don't know.
I'm sucking mad dick.
Yeah. If you did want to go,
come on my eyes. Yeah, something like that.
Come on my eyes. With a perfect vibrato.
I'm addicted to piss. Don't
Britney
you know
Spears.
that I love piss.
So the thing about it.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that, like, if you wanted to go with a cock tip line, you were almost there. Like, your cock tip, I'm sipping on it, would have made it rhyme more effectively than inward. Like, inward doesn't work there in that context. But solid.
It's just always nice to throw in an inward, because I guess. Is that what it is?
No, it's not even N-word. It's the word inward.
Oh, like inward club.
Like I'm sipping inward. Yeah.
Oh shit! See that fucked me up.
No. It wasn't. It wasn't just the N-word.
Okay.
Alaskan oil field trash, Texas tater salad, going down on a girl just to then throw up on her, throw up in her.
Throw it up in her pussy.
Damn, that's almost like one of my moves, man. Damn.
Yeah. That's exactly.
What is it called? The pilot pile driver when you puke in a girl's pussy.
Pilot punch. Yeah, whatever. Expound on it though.
Pilot punch.
Pilot punch. Pilot punch.
You say it as you're fucking gargling through fucking vomit. Pilot punch.
Ew.
Sue Hulk.
Let's
Sue
end
Hulk.
this, guys. Let's finish, please.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
there.
We're almost done. Tickle my ass hairs. Nikki Ziggy. Marcus currently working on turning off the Hammer of Dawn outside Sweeney's room.
Nice.
That's so fucking cool. Can you imagine getting hit with a hammer? Oh fuck.
The hammer would have gone my house.
okay.
I'd be so upset.
I would, dude. I know I've rung the bell on this for a while, but like I'm really annoyed that the Gears trilogy is just not playable on modern.
It's
like it really
asinine.
It really bothers me that I can't go through those games in a convenient way on like PC for stream or something.
It's like
it would be
Nintendo levels of bullshit to me.
It would be so fun for us to stream it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
It would be fucking great. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, a roughly human-shaped pile of red flags. Jackson DuPont, Badly Brave, Hugger Derek, Duck Hunt, Goliath Voice. I've been denied everything, even my cum. Aetherian, Perjurian Hunter, frying bacon with my shirt off. Melphus one, the angriest kraut, enjoying the view from the Dealey Plaza on the 6th floor. And as always, wrapping out our list, the king of haphazard.
Penis.
Thank you all for tuning into today's really long episode of the Snark Tank Podcast. Of course, the credits went out of pocket. Of course, this has been known to happen. So we'll see you again on Friday. We're going to cover some of the stuff that we didn't really get a chance to talk about today. We definitely have to talk about that plane. I have it written down for the next episode so we can talk because that shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and we'll get to it.
Fuck all that.
We'll get to it super soon on episode 300. 200. Sorry, I keep saying 300. You know what? So I realize why I keep saying 300 is because we are at similar points in our episode count to Sacred. Like we were in late 200s in Sacred, and we're like late 100s here. So and they're talking about episode 300.
Okay.
And so I keep thinking like, oh, that's the one. But episode 200 is up next. We're gonna take some shots, and then we're gonna go over some of the best highlights of the year. We're gonna talk about that plane and some other stuff too. We might as well make it a long episode too. Probably, why not?
Yeah.
We got to get some
Figure it
questions
out
in as well.
We'll
figure it out.
If we can't get someone fancy, I'm just gonna figure something else out. Like I want to do something special with this shit.
We could do a long one. You could just do a fucking stupid long one.
Might throw in maybe a song as the intro or something. Well, I mean, there's already a cold open, but you know
We already have a cold open set, and my God, is it a crazy fucking cold open?
Yes,
I couldn't
it
believe
is.
that shit.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, we'll see you on we'll see you next time. So fuck off.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
remember, every time you suffer, I get stronger.